Happy Sunday, same problem, can't see myself. Oh shit, I can't even see myself now that I've refreshed it. Oh, there we go. Right, so you wanted it to be earlier, and that's good because I wanted it to be earlier because I don't feel like sitting here till midnight. So, I'm just gonna check. I'm here. So, yes, you wanted it to be earlier, and that's clear. Right, I'll just put in all the wee bits and bobs. Well, hope you're all doing well. Oh shit, that doesn't fit. Same problem every time. I'll take out all right. I'll take out all the thank you shit, right? You know that I'm grateful. If anyone books anything, I'm grateful. I'm gonna fit in. Right. Okay, so yeah, if you're here all this time, you know how this goes. If you're new, this is for Leo in the fifth house, but you don't need to have Leo anywhere specifically, like a Leo sun, moon, or rising or Venus. Um, Great if you do though. Leo moon is my favorite. And that's now, yay. Um, but you've all got Leo somewhere, and you've all got a fifth house. So the fifth house is the house of fun. Yes, it isn't that way. It's creative sexual energy. And creative sexual energy makes children, so it's also children as well. So, and there's a lot of that coming up on the last one. But Apra, Abracadabra has just come on the music channel. The one that's like I don't know. You know what I mean? That one. Don't like that. So again, that could be that there was some kind of spell work or trickery, confusion, illusion involved. There always is on the twin flame journey, whether it is you head fucking yourself, or a mixture of other people head fucking you and then overthinking stuff yourself. Um, we know this. But yeah, it'll be fun. This is always entertaining. And I've got What's the Tea in the emotional deck because they told me to get that. So I was like, oh God. But um, the downloads that I've been had, like I've had, obviously, I always, things flood in all the time, but I had some really, like, really vivid, very vivid dreams last night and downloads. And like again, it's really hard to describe when you get visions and dreams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But so, I mean, sometimes it's easier than others, but it's all like bits and bobs. But what I can remember, I wrote things down on my phone. It was more like if there is anyone that's going to connect to this one, and again, I'm just saying this, and we'll see how it matches up with what the cards say. Because if you're new, I just channel the like I just channel, like I could just sit here and tell you the story, and it will be the story for whoever resonates. But it just makes it more interesting with the cards because you can see that I'm saying it, and then the cards are backing up. That was just for the new people, guys. Um, but yeah, my sense of it is, yeah, it absolutely more than likely will pull out the drama because Leo is like that kind of saying, "Am I the drama?" Like Leo is that energy. Um, but it was more like it was awkward. If I was to name the karmic energy, and the karmic energies are endings that I was getting insights into, like because it's what they do is because I've been doing it this kind of newer kind of, well, it's not new, is it? But it's just basically where I'm able to spend an hour or 90 minutes or even 3 hours on each sign and really sort of go in depth because that's my speciality, really. It's what I do in sessions. It's why they're doing it like this. I was getting all the specific downloads for this Leo live stream and notice as well, hello, how are you doing? You're just waking up. Well, good for you, having a nice Sunday. I nearly said lazy, but I don't like the word lazy. So that is good to have a nice Sunday. Um, that you'll notice if you watch the cancer one that I was saying, I was like, God, that's the roughest one I've had yet from this new way of doing it. Like I said, it is new for me. Because it was just brutal. Like, the obviously the worst part of it was like what I said, the physical cramps that I had. which yes, did tie in with just when I would get that anyway, but not really because mine is just so sporadic just now, which is why I was telling you that that's what I had. Because if it was exactly the same time every month, I wouldn't even be fucking saying. But um, which could see that links to that song ending, Abracadabra, because again, people can target you when you've got your time of the month, so you shouldn't tell people. And again, if you're like, well, why did you tell us? It's because it's over now, and it won't come. I'll tell them, don't make it come at the right time. It won't come at the right time. Um, so and stress delays it anyway. So I'm assuming there will be at least some more stress, although I'm not asking for it. But yeah, it was awkward. That's what I would say. I feel I'm going to pick up on some awkward endings. It was more that kind of feeling of like, when you don't actually know how to tell someone it's over, or you've already told them and they're in denial and they're not accepting it. So that's quite interesting because that's not, it's not like I never pick up on ones like that, but that was just so clear. Um, so yeah, prayers for anything like that because it is. Oh look, Irene Cara, that's my grandma's name. Hi grandma. The Fame just came on. Fame, I'm gonna live forever. So again, oh yeah, shit. See there again. I know I start these the same way, but they're doing it again because Leo is about that. Leo's about being seen, and it's about getting attention, about having fun. And like I've explained before, if you've got Leo midheaven like what I've got, whether you like it or not, you're meant to be in the public eye. Doesn't always need to be, oh, you're going to be famous. It's just you're in the public helping people. Because I know that this is scary. What I do is scary to a lot of people that I know. Like I've got friends that are like, there's no fucking danger I would do that. And it's like, well, it's a good job. It's not your calling then. Do you know what I mean? But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is my calling. And it is very unique, my calling, um, it's written in my chart that I'm meant to be a twin flame healer and blah blah blah. Everything links to that. So again, you might have something similar. I can look at that in your chart if that's relevant. But yeah, with Fame coming on as I'm doing Leo, that's hilarious. Um, right, also, so I would have put that in the title, but because this isn't because by the way, see now that I'm in a flow of doing a few of these now, it's not just always going to be like this. Like I was just giving myself a break because, like I've explained before, May is a, oh my God, now come on, Eileen has just come on. And remember, I've always said the name of the woman that well, it's sad because she's in spirit now, but I saved her when she was alive because she fell and my crazy Clairaudient, I heard her like four, what was it? I don't know if it was four, yeah, it was four flights down. I can't remember. I was like the first floor, and I think she was anyway. But it was a long way away, and that was her name. That's funny. Irene's my grandma, and Eileen is the woman. So Irene and Eileen might be significant names to some of you, because that's what I link it to. Right. So the ancestors are just flooded in to support. Um, but yeah, is there anything else? Let's just see where we go with this. But oh yes, that's basically what. Oh fuck, I've oh anyway, I've just seen that I've put a D in front of there. Um, yes, I will be doing just general collective live streams. Um, which to be honest, I might title the next, yeah, because basically I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a wee break. I'm going to jump into the membership and do a prayer circle. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the past life one. But I might just call that collective. But yeah, if I don't, well, there's no reason why I won't do that. It's Chiron conjunct Venus and Eris as well. So it's like there's a lot of triggering energy today. The next couple of days, triggering energy, like your wounds could be coming up big time. Um, or you could be feeling quite empowered because although most people will focus in on the wounding and the triggering and the pain because Chiron is a wounded healer, I always like to explain, Chiron is linked to like the shaman's journey as well. And, you don't need to be, that's so random. That's like horses I can hear. It's you don't need to be a shaman, it's just going through initiations, but those of us like myself and some of you that have went through rigorous shamanic initiations, and whether it's just life or actual training and stuff, it's you're relatively more empowered than most, which is why you will intimidate others, which, like I said all the time, don't dim your light just because others are intimidated by you. I know it's awkward. I've went through that period in my life where I'll try to blend in, and like I said, I can blend in when I want to, when I need to, and most of the time I do want to. But it's, look, Survivor Eye of the Tigers just came on, right? So I'm saying that it's hilarious how they work with me with that. But yeah, like, we need people. I hate these sayings like shine your light and all that, and light workers. It's just so fucking cringe. It's funny, isn't it? Because I'm here to tell you to do that. But like I said, light warrior is more what's always resonated with me. And you've come here at this, you chose here, whoever this is for, the people resonate, you chose to come here at this time on the planet. And if you're somebody that listens to absolutely everything that I do, minus if you're a hater and you're just lurking to see what I'm doing and all that, or just people that aren't on Twinflame journey just want to see what I'm doing and you're not a hater, you're welcome. You're welcome here. If you're more than likely a twin flame, and you know that you came here with a specific purpose. Now, you're either one of the ones that's waking up, a divine masculine working it out, male or female, or your divine feminine that's been on the journey a while, however long, whether it's a couple of years or 10 years, 15 years, blah, 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 whatever it is. You came here to shine your light, and you're not going to be able to help anyone by cowering down to people that try to get you to stop shining with what you're good at. So, and again, if you do have difficulty with that, book a session. I can help you with that. And that actually brings me nicely on, before I get into all of this. When I woke up this morning, I was just glad that it wasn't as flat. Like, the energy, although it was still Leo moon yesterday, the energy felt very flat. It felt like it was still Cancer moon to me, and I feel it's something to do with these solar flares. But I just, I was resting a lot, couldn't really move at all really yesterday. I'm struggling to even think, what did I really do? Like, I was wanting to do my housework in that, but I just couldn't. But again, it made sense, because when I kicked the arse out of in the live streaming, because I'd done that on the Friday, I do need to rest. My voice, definitely, which I did do, but even just my energy. But yeah, just the energy was really flat. It felt more like a Cancer moon. So I know that some of you felt that too. But now it does feel like it's shifted. Like it does, like but I mean, make the most of it, because Leo moon is only today, and then we go into Virgo moon in the wee early hours of tomorrow in the UK anyway. You can check where that is for you. But yeah, I'm just glad the energy has picked up today. But yeah, just look out for that. I mean, if you're not feeling triggered or extra sensitive today, lots of other people will be, and you'll see it all around, whether it's online or offline. So just protect your energy. Like I've said, if nobody's caught me saying that, if anybody's emailed me over the weekend, or even if it was like Thursday, Friday, if I haven't replied, I will get back to you, but I'll more than likely not be getting back to people till like Tuesday. There might be the odd person I might just try, but I just wanted to be focused to do this. And yeah, I feel like a lot of the confusion and illusion is starting to clear now. So, right. So let's just wait a minute. I'll put a goal. Wait a minute. Let me read what you're saying. I don't know, Claire, if it's just because of intense dream work or if it's medical reason alone, but for the last several months, no matter how much I sleep, I can't get any rest, energy. I feel so sick. Oh, yes, I will keep you in my prayers, Nathan. I'm sorry to hear that. I think the thing is that that's so interesting you're saying that, right? Because that is what I have been feeling in the collective in general, and specifically men. And like I said, I don't, it's, yes, twin flames, but it can go beyond twin flames. Like, I feel a lot of men. Oh shit, oh my God, see what I mean? See, I love how they work with when I talk to somebody in the chat. It blends in with the energy, because it's like, this is these cards I've got sitting here. They pulled my eyes to this card, which I think this card is one of the reasons why I bought this deck. And it's a bit annoying, because it would be good if the rest of the deck were here. Oh, right, put them there. There's cards that weren't in. But anyway, like they pulled, before I read the rest of what you're saying, they pulled my eyes to this card when I finished the live stream, and I was going to post it in the community tab, and I thought, I'm not going to bother, because like I said, like, look, it's not that nobody reads the community tab, but it really does feel like that sometimes, right? And it's kind of like, what's the point in even posting stuff? And I'm not saying that, and I know it sounds like I'm moaning, but I'm like, is there, like, when I get excited about a download or something, I'm like, I'm just keeping it to myself a lot of the time now because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, or I think I'm actually just going to start. That's what I think I'll do. I think I will just start sharing downloads in the membership. It's not like I won't share anything in public on a post, but I think I'll just save it for when I'm on here because it is exhausting and draining when people don't interact. Like, you know, it's enough. It's already one thing when I have to just deal with the small amount of people that I am grateful for that do it, you know, that like the video or comment and, you know, not comment, I barely ever get comments, but like, you know, on the lives. But I'm not using the community tab in that if nobody, like nobody ever, you know, nobody, and I don't know if it's because the algorithm doesn't show stuff. I'm going to start testing out, like I'm going to, if you see a lot more posts where, although I'm saying I'm not going to use it, I think I'm going to use it where like I screenshot the thumbnail and I put the link to encourage you to watch the video for the people that could maybe missed or need a reminder, and then maybe that will encourage a few more people. I don't know, but like yeah. But anyway, so I'm just sort of sharing. But the thing is I didn't post it. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I didn't bother posting it, but so I just thought, and they just said just share it when I come on here, so that's what I'm doing. But it's linked to what Nathan's saying there because I feel a lot of men right now are in like not just burnout. Like I feel a lot of men are intensely burnt out. So if you are recognizing in yourself that you're like so past the point of being able to hide it or mask it, you know, and then obviously that can come in even more intensely if you have got things like ADHD or even autism or mixtures of that, like because I attract loads of people with different sorts of things like that. You don't need to have anything like that, but honestly, like more than 95% of people that do that I work with one to one do, by the way. And even some of the older people I work with probably do too, but they, you know, things like that weren't diagnosed and you know what I mean? Because think about it, like think about all the things I was diagnosed with, and I noticed them all myself. And you know, and I'm not like I'm not a TikTok diagnosis. Like I did actually get stamped with this stuff. But although like I said, I don't like that platform, but it is good for that when it helps people kind of be a bit more aware of the things you struggle with. But anyway, it's all homing in on. That's one of the reasons why I was guided to do the flash sale. So there's a flash sale on right now for June. I'm gonna keep it up till at least like, you know, 24 hours from now. So at least 8 o'clock UK time, Monday, you know, tomorrow it'll be there. But I might even keep it up until 8 o'clock UK time on Tuesday. But at some point midweek, I will take that down. So right now, grab it because I'm doing and it's not like you've not got access to all of the things that I do because that would be undervaluing myself. But low key, I can't turn off my different skills that I've got. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's an hour, 90 minutes, and it will be an hour because this is a special. It's an hour. Hello, Brianna. I hope you had a brilliant birthday. It's an just saw the word sex here. I can imagine what you're saying. And this is the house of sex. How appropriate. Um, yeah. It's a 60-minute uh, life coach. You know, I'm a life coach as well. Transformational life coach. I mix in with being a shaman and a medium and a hypnotherapist and all these different things. But what I'm going to use this is for specifically. So it's a 1 hour session for £99. Now remember, my normal sessions are 222. So you know that's quite a difference. And I have got hypnotherapy sessions that I always have for everyone at 144. So that's more like it's the 144 that I've made 999. But you know, sorry, 99. So yeah, basically, like I said, if it's for people that are incredibly overwhelmed, you know, you're needing help urgently, or you know you maybe just want to book one, or you can book two maximum. You can book two for like a couple of months now, whatever, if you just want to get a sale. But yeah, it's more aimed at people, you know, but like I said, whether you're new or you've been here ages, anyone can book it, but just book the time on the schedule, book it through the schedule. If there's a time that you need that's not there, email me. I might be able to do it. I typically don't work weekends or Mondays though. And occasionally even a day during the week I'll take off if I'm, you know, feeling tired and I've done too much either side of it. But I would say to you, so just book whatever is on the schedule if it suits. And I've opened the package which is for 3 sessions for 555. So just to be clear, that package of 3 sessions at 555, that is the one that although it says an hour, it won't be an hour. Each time we talk, it will be longer than an hour. Because with the nature of just hearing what it is you want help with over the 3 sessions, And then by the time we get talking, and a wee bit more flexible with that because you've booked a package. But like I said, even when you book my normal sessions, I'm flexible too. But with these other ones, they're teaching me just to be a wee bit more succinct, use the hour. I don't mind giving people that generous deal. Because, like I say all the time, it's teaching people business too. If people aren't willing to part their money for your services, if they're not willing to pay £99, especially for someone like myself that can do like it's more than 10 different things, a lot of different things, and clear trauma like that, then they're not your ideal client. It's not. Oh my god, this is why do I keep doing that? Sorry, the video isn't alignment with. So do you know what I mean? Basically, it's like I'm trying to say it in a polite way, but it cuts out who's serious. It cuts out who's serious about getting support and who's not. And I know that some people really want my help, but you generally can't afford it. So I do things like this now and again to be like, right, well, what's people's excuse? You know what I mean? Like, because even when my things are full price, there's, like I said, I've had people that have done therapy with me in the last couple of years that they've paid it up and they've allowed to get the support. So there's loads of different ways that people can work with me. So anyway, I hope that helps someone. So take action because you don't dilly dally and procrastinate. So anyway, but it's quite funny because this says letting go of urgency, right? So the reason why I'm feeling this extreme overwhelm and burnout, and again, how do my guides and God tell me anything? It's hard to explain the ways in which they mirror things around me to tell me that, but it's just from observing different signs and synchronicities are coming to me, which notice that's also something that I've put in the title. That is the downloads that I'm getting, that there's a lot of men right now, they're extremely overwhelmed, not able to get on with the everyday tasks that they could have in their job, whatever their job is, or maybe just in life in general. So maybe just that's a bit, to have a bit of compassion and recognize that with anyone around you that you might be noticing that, and like women too, men and women. I mean, again, because I'm really good at helping people with this because I struggle with that too, which is why I'm saying anyone that might have emailed me recently, just know I'm not ignoring you. I will get back to you, but I had to look after myself. I've been in an intense month of soul retrieval for myself mostly, and like I said, when I worked out, I thought, yeah, I have just had one client that happened to book the package of free, and they were like, that's enough. But like I said, so that's why it helps me if some of you book the flash sale. It helps you obviously, but it also helps me because it gets, yeah, obviously it brings some money in, and it just gets some things on my calendar so I can focus because I really want to pour my energy into sorting out what I'm going to be doing the membership. But I'm feeling that with what they've guided me to put this up for, with what I talk about with some of yous, that will help me work out what I'm wanting to do in the third level of the membership because I really want it to be helping people with what I'm talking about, overwhelm, burnout, just not getting on with things you want to do, childhood trauma and stuff too. Because, like I've said before, it's quite interesting. A lot of people that get diagnosed with different sorts of things, you might not actually have any of these things, and it could just be you've got unhealed, childhood trauma, and that is one of these cards. So, but again, it can be both. So, very, very complicated all of this. But let's put on the goal. So, I'll set the timer for right. So, I will. Oh, by the way, can I just say the people that I said I was going to do the 15-minute unlisted videos for, I've not forgot. I just had to get me over with to be able to start them. So I've got 5 people I need to do that for. So and of course you can actually buy one of them for yourself. They're on the schedule because I love doing unlisted. Nobody ever books them. They always want me live, which I know is flattering, but it would be handy if people booked that when I can't be bothered. Like so. um, right. Okay. So right, with all that out of the way, let's see. But yeah, I just oh yeah, yeah. So I'll read the comments and then I'll do the cards. And so if you're new, I do. Why am I shouting? I always fucking do that. I've got a mic now. Just Just telling myself, just talk a little. You don't need to carry the voice so much, okay? Whatever part of me feels like you need to, I don't need to. Um, yes, I was feeling extra sensitive and triggered last night into the morning. Yeah, that will be what I said, the Chiron conjunct Venus, Eris energy, and definitely just it still felt like a Cancer moon, Nathan. That's it was massively in there. I just feel so many people's childhood wounds are coming up. It's like everyone's are like bumping up against each other, not just twin flames. Um, I'm ready for more than just triggering. I'm ready for a new layer of healing. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous yourself. I had an amazing birthday. I danced, had fun. No birthday, sex, but had hot dogs. It was a great time. Okay, well, I'm glad I read that properly because if my eyes just got pulled into the emojis and the words, I might have completely read the room wrong. So there's another symbolic message of, you know, not reading the room wrong. So, too funny. Right, okay, so to be serious, because there's some heavier cards in this. So, like I said, this is just if you've never seen me do this before, like I said, this can resonate with anyone. It's going to pick up on the strongest energy of a collection of people, a collective of people that need the most support. We'll just see what comes up. I always read for feminine, masculine, and for all the unions this makes sense with, it is your own feminine and masculine, and you'll see how I do that if you've not done it. But yeah, this is the card I'm talking about, right? So November could be significant, or Scorpio season, or Sagittarius season. I only say that because there's November on the calendar. Also, the 17th of July could be significant. I've said before, I've got several people connected to the channel that have, either it's your birthday or your twin flames or your kid's birthday, like quite a few people. So, and obviously that's not too far away. And it's also on the clocks. Let's read the. So it's midnight on one of the clocks. So midnight could be significant. It's going on 20 past 2 on one of the clocks. So that could be significant. PM or AM. There's a 19th on the card. So the 19th of November could be significant for anniversaries. Mad World Tears for Fears just came on the telly. And also it's got Nove. So it was like November again. That's quite nuts, isn't it? What's on that clock? Did I already say 10 to 2, 20 past 2, 10 past 10, and that looks like half 11 or 5 to 6. So all these times could be significant. But yeah, it says letting go of urgency, and it's got a wee guy walking out a door like, fuck this. And it's got surrender, freedom from time constraints. So what I always get from that card is this is somebody that's had enough. So you see how that fits with, and like I said, I've been getting these downloads about people in extreme overwhelm. Basically, I feel there's lots of men of all ages, in particular, in extreme overwhelm and freeze, like like freeze mode, not really. Maybe you don't even really understand what's going on with you, like that is a possibility. And that's why I put, again, another reason why I put these sessions on is so that if this speaks to you, whether you are male or female, that remember, it's all confidential, it's all private. So if I really felt like there was something interesting that came up in your session, it's like, please, can I say, I'll ask you. If you're like, no, didn't fucking say anything, I'm like, all right, fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it works. It's just most people do say, yeah, if it helps someone, let people know, because people don't know. Unless you say to me in the chat, oh, yeah, that was me, or you make it obvious. I'm good at hiding this stuff. And like I said, a lot of people I do sessions with anyway, they don't even talk on the chat. So, I mean, I know some of you have sessions when you talk about it, a lot of people don't. But yeah, so that's the general feeling, right? Is there's this, if you've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself, or you've been overworking, or addiction to work, or just prioritizing things that have got you really burnt out, or just not being able to keep up with your work or whatever your daily life is. That I'm really feeling that. So wait a minute. I'll hold up the other cards, I think. So then I got the title. So I titled it, "This person is hungry like the wolf for you," and then I need to change it. They're about to surrender, because "Hungry Like the Wolf" was when I put on the music channel. That was the song that was on. So I do feel that. Oh my god, I've spelled it all wrong, guys, and I can't change it till after. Um, But that's like stressing. I'll change it after if you're watching this on replay. But even that's stressing, like how all the mistakes and that. Like this person could come in like strong, like and just wanting to blurt it all out, and however that fits. Or this person could be really overwhelmed because, like I said, that is this is in the energy. And remember, I said as well, I just know that there's a lot of you out there similar ages to me, like females and males, that the sun in Gemini will be hitting like your Chiron in Gemini, some of you, if you've got Chiron in Gemini. And so remember that's why I shared that I felt when it was hitting mine, I felt quite empowered. But then I did feel a wee bit tired the days after it. So but some of you could feel empowered too, and I pray that for you, but some of you might not feel very good right now. And right as I said that, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? It just came on. And if you only knew, look what I'm holding. I've cried over you. I'm not shitting you. But that always reminds me of the wedding singer because he keeps singing it over and over again. Do you really? And they're like, shut up. So, but yeah, so this person has been very upset over you. So if you think this person doesn't care, you're wrong. If this is yours, like this person has been upset. They're seeing signs of you everywhere they go. They can't get away from it. And this is why they're close to surrendering if they haven't already. And, they're getting crazy signs all over the place. I can, at some point, months from now, I will go into what I mean. But I was quite frankly gobsmacked, and I don't know why, because some of the people I watch, men and women, they do to me what I do to you, right? Like, just kind of like, what the fuck? That's my life. But yeah, this was quite nuts to the point where if any of you happen to see what I'm talking about, you'll even notice that I think you would notice some of that was my reading. Like it'll make sense for other people too, but I was like, that's like yeah, very talented people out there anyway. And again, it's like I said, it's always the people I like really need to hear that. Like it's like they don't even realize it. So it's but um so yeah, this person's seen so many signs it's driving them crazy. They're on the edge of glory. Like you are where they want to go, but it feels like this person's been resisting it. Because I've never felt a love like this before. I'm trying to trust. This person's been trying to trust in divine timing, and it's like it feels like this is someone being like, is it time? Like am I ready now? And it's like they're getting all the signs. It's like yes, like. But so you'll know if that's not you, because if you feel like shit and you've not got any energy and you just the worst thing in the world would be for you to have a conversation with your twin flame, then you're probably not ready. But I would assess it because, like I said all the time, you're always going to be scared. Like when it comes to everything in life that I can think of that I've helped people with, definitely the twin flame journey, but even with just things like with me following my calling and that, like I said, I was really, really, really shy. And I was actually doing soul retrieval for myself, for like a younger part of myself when I woke up today. And I was doing it for myself. But it's just interesting because I was doing it for myself, like there were like other people's souls like that came to me for support as well. So like, some people might be watching here as well, and like just random people. It's interesting. But yeah. And so yeah, but this is like I'm so tired of sabotaging this connection, and I'm overcoming childhood trauma. So you see how all of that fits with what I said there. But like I said, it's a combination. Not everybody will be in this, but what will I use for the I'm gonna use that. Because that's like someone's like, fuck this. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do something about this. Or it's like fuck this, I'm so stressed out with work, like I need somebody to listen to my stuff. You know what I mean? Because we all do. Like I help people with this shit all the time, and I've got my people that will listen to me, and you know who you are. I love you. Some of you watch here. So and some of them don't, because that grounds me, you know, that because I know, because I had that problem back in the day. I had people that were obsessed with psychic stuff and healing and all that, and they were totally just using me. You know, some of them weren't, but some people were, and it's like I even knew it. But I'm glad I've got friends that aren't that bothered about this shit. They respect it, but they don't use me for it. You know what I mean? Right. So I just need to see if I stopped. Oh yeah, I got it right, guys. Oh my god! How did I? I'll need to grab it quickly. I don't know how did I do it right that time, and every other time anyway, that's maybe see you're going to get it right first time. There's a message. Right. So um if we could look out for the mic dying, that would be great. But it shouldn't because I've fully charged them both. So if it does, I can swap. But fuck's sake, I'm still annoyed about that. I really am. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you've seen a wee bit of my sassy side. Not like you've not seen it before, but I thought, get the fuck, man. I was talking to myself for like 30, 40 minutes and nobody told me. Not impressed. But like I've said before, if that was shy people watching and it really is torture for you to talk, then I understand. But what would have stopped you from sending an email? Do you know what I'm saying? That must have been people that don't like me or are jealous or don't want me to do well with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Or people, maybe some people are shy and they didn't think to do that. But if it happens again and you're shy, you don't need to say it there. Just but it'll come in through my emails. You know what I mean? And even if I miss the email, fine. But I just thought that's no nice. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't like talk. I don't like commenting on things out there. But fuck, if that happened, that would make. That's what I mean. That would make me. Like I'm always that person actually. Like I remember there was someone I watched. She uploaded a unlisted video and it went public, and I was mortified. I was like, oh my god! So I was like frantically emailing, but apparently, but by that point, like 70 people had watched it. But she was like, it's fine. It was, but I mean, that was about 10 of it. It was, I'm aware of that for when I do it, but it was like it was a glitch or something. I thought, fuck's sake. But the person whose video it was, most importantly, knew about it, and it's just one of these things you have to be, yeah, it is a possibility. So you know what I mean? But yeah. But I emailed to say to the women, or do you realise, you know what I mean? But at that point I think she was fed up with people telling her. Right, okay, so but it's better someone tell you than not. Right, let's get into this. So I'm gonna put the wee timer on to remind me. So could we hear about the divine feminine? Oh wait a minute. I like to do one of these. Oh, we've got a butterfly and some daisies. So that goes though, because the daisy to me is symbolic of loads of things, but they pulled me a daisy when I said that. Simplifying your life. Because on my flower cards, it's called Simplify Your Life. So, and the butterfly's transformation. What does the Lord ask of you but to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God? Oh, and most importantly, as well, thank you, Brianna, because if you hadn't have come on, um, good Lord knows how long I would be. The whole thing would have been silent. So, you know, like I said before, like I'm really, really grateful for those of you that do hear my call and come on, because yeah, thank fuck. So Micah 6-8 or 8-6. So 6th of August could be significant, or the 8th of June, which is in a week from now. Right, so right. Oh, be true to. I guess that's for the feminine. That's so funny. That just fell. I wasn't going to use it. So be true to yourself. So, um, just in case that ends up. So if you are the divine feminine, male or female, you're being told to be true to yourself. But you see how that's already come through with what I've said. Like people, even when people try to stop you doing your thing, you can't cover down to that. There's always going to be people that are trying to stop you doing your thing, whether they're literally horrible to you with words or actions, or you know, or whether it's more covert, you know, or like people that are just watching, like look how it fits in with what I've just said, watching you and wanting you to fail. Sorry, there's always going to be people like that because some people are just not, they've not got the energy to heal, and they'd just rather sit about and moan about, oh, how's that person doing this and how's that person. Well, why don't you go and fucking do something that you want to do, or go to book with the people you're moaning about and they'll help you, you know what I mean? So you've got to get over that. So whether you're the feminine or the masculine, be true to yourself. Um, right. So if you're the feminine, we'll work this out because, like I said, these cards can be quite harsh. So remember what I said about the triggering energy. But I'm a big ball of triggering energy. You know what I mean? And like I said, not in a horrible way. I've got Moon conjunct my Uranus right now. That fucking cluster of Venus and Eris and Chiron. I'm really having to slow down to think is actually conjunct my Sun. So it's like I can tell it's like they're that's why they've maybe put on the red for like the bold energy and like it's just you know you have to be strong. And I know I'm one of the people that has to be strong, but like I say all the time, like I have my moments of feeling really vulnerable. November's just flashed up on the telly again. November's really significant. Um, of feeling vulnerable and needing support myself or feeling overwhelmed. So what I mean, you have to remember that about people that are out in the public or the really strong people in your life that they can handle this and that. Like everybody has their moments. So very passionate about that. And look, as I'm saying this, we've pulled child eternal for the feminine, and this is the masculine's feminine side. So, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Wow. Oh my God, yeah. So look at what I'm just saying about vulnerability. Because look, I could even take some of that for myself. Like I feel like I've had to fight to really grow in to who I am, to be like, I am 41. Like I can do this, this, and this for myself because like my mum and dad always recognized from me, although they didn't know I had all these different things, they recognized that I was different from other people, that I was more shy and lots of different things. Um, and there's a song on right now called Human League Mirror Man. So again, man in the mirror. So again, what with me saying things like this could be like the mirroring that is happening with twin flames as well, with whatever bits of what I'm saying. That the light attributes are determination to remain young in a body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Yeah, so again, like I said, it's not always that I'm going to resonate with what I'm saying, but I do have to resonate with this. That it's like the amazing thing about having a young spirit, regardless of whatever age you are, right, is that you are able to like be present more than most, and you probably enjoy being around actual children or you work with children. I'm both, I worked with children for 20 years and I still do now. Whenever I have work with actual children, it's usually like either someone I know's child or it is like one of my clients' children. So just know I have got those there. If you feel like I would be able to help with astrology or healing or therapy or coaching or blah blah blah. I'm trained in child's meditation as well. And talking to children, remember what I said at the start, that this is the fifth house, and the fifth house is what makes the children and sexual healings on. I'm not kidding. Marvin Gaye. That's funny what Brianna said. So see where it fits. When I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. This person's hungry like the wolf. And that as well, isn't the words as well in that? Something about like, I'm sure that is about, I mean, not like I've analysed it, but that is like, I'm sure the lyrics are like somebody that's like stressed out. That's hilarious. The words to that are a bit like that. That's like someone like what I'm hearing in my head. I'm not repeating what I'm hearing in my head, but it's like someone's like, "Fuck this! I've had enough of work. I'm going to see. I'm going for relief. I don't know. But yeah, so it's kind of like this is about the divine feminines that resonate with this. You've got a very childlike spirit. Midnight Love just flashed up in the telly too. It's in the video for that though, so midnight significant. Um, but there's something maybe about around healing codependency. So, like I said, I've got a bit of a complex view on that of um it can take years to untangle yourself from codependency. If just some people just are a wee bit more dependent on others, because like I said, I'm really independent in the way of I know my own mind, I know my own self. I'm very empowered and I can empower people regardless of their age, whether it's children right up to like elderly people. Sorry for saying elderly, but you know what I mean, like all different types of ages. But at the same time, as that being true, I am an incredibly vulnerable adult. Fucks me off to say that, but I like saying that better than like I'm disabled or like I'm. And again, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like I definitely do like that word, but like all these horrible terms, additionally. It's just like all of them are so disempowering, disabled, you know what I'm saying? This. Whereas it's like I have got more strength in my mind and my soul and my not really my body so much, but I'm working on that. You know, but even that's admitting that I can't do everything. Do you know what I mean? Like but my sheer willpower and determination and able to handle difficult situations. Like for instance, this is a very stressful energy right now, and with people close around me, I'm the first port of call because I can handle stressful situations. So but even the people that can do that, like we need our people too. And again, I think that was beautifully demonstrated by what I was saying on the last live was I was like doubled up in agony and there's nobody to make me a hot water bottle or a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like that is quite sad. Like do you know what I'm saying? Like it is true, but it is just a reality. And I know that's a reality for some of you. Like I know a lot of single parents. You have to crack on with it. You know what I mean? You've still got to look after your kids. So it's just good to put that in perspective that even the strongest people out there need support too. So just because you're a strong person, it doesn't mean you're failing because you need support from someone. Because, like I said, my mum did come along and bring me chocolate, which was what I needed. And then, yeah, but it's just, that is a harsh reality. Right. Okay. So, what is, but I don't know about yourself, but see when I'm dealing with like pain like that, or even emotional pain, I do transmute it better by myself. But with that example, that it's not exactly going to say no, am I? So right, so we've got thief for the masculine, but it came out reverse. So it says these are not good cards. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Oh no, that's quite interesting because that was the energy that was coming through of like, people might try to steal your light or siphon your light or, be an energy vampire, but remember your worth. That is the energy that was coming through. And then the shadow attribute is stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. So, oh, that's quite deep. I'm going to get another couple of there. I wonder if this is saying I think there was some sort of codependency here because that's what I'm getting with that combination. I feel if this is going to resonate with the groups of you out there, like the divine feminine, male or female, you've got a very given, loving heart, like a bit childlike, and this person could have like taken and not given back. That's because it says feet, it does make sense actually. Like so you could have just been like, I love this person, I want to do anything to help them. So you could have offered your help if you speak, or you could have just been like, always like I always say, always pray for people because you can pray for I pray for the world. I pray, like I said, I wake up every single day. I pray for me, I pray for my twin flame because it is not just because it is not not just because he is I know that he is the energy he has got his own life but he is my energy in a guy like it's because I love him and I care about it too but it's I also pray for like my friendship, my friends, my family. I've got a system that I go through and I pray for the membership, I pray for the people in the channel, and I pray for my enemies. I don't like the word enemies, but I don't know what other word to use. I pray for people that I know don't like me. I pray for people from my past. I pray for people, that I pray. Yeah, I just pray about everything. Like I just pray all the fucking time. But you could have went above and overboard. Like you could have been without knowing it, like sending so much love and energy to this person, and they could have been draining you. But if you actually see them in person, they could have been doing that. So it'd be different. It's not the case for everyone because some of you won't have seen this person for years. But it's like you were overgiven. So you're so given, you could have been overgiven. Um, you're so welcome. I'm glad I felt drawn to come on and see if you're on quick. Yeah, I'm glad too. Right. So, but again, because that happens all the time with you, and it's funny how it kind of it's like you do it in shifts. So I'm glad. I'm glad for that. Thank you. Especially on your birthday. Maybe it was because you were like, right, we need the birthday girl to come and help. Um, right. So could we get another one for the feminine? That's fucking nuts. So I think there's only two cards in this. I mean, there might be three that talk about the child. So look how I just described the feminine energy. Child magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. The shadow attributes are pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. So again, they get me to do this so that it helps them use. That is absolutely me, the light bit, but I can still see the shadow bits too for my past, and even the like I wouldn't use those exact words, but like pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles. Well, I'm here to help people manifest miracles, but it's like what I've said. There's, you know, it's not that's nothing new that I'm saying. Everyone knows that. Sometimes the things that we're really good at helping other people with, it's actually because we struggle with ourselves. And that's what everybody says, right? And I like to kind of change it up a little bit. That can be true, but sometimes people are good at what they're doing for you because they weren't good at it in the past and they are really good at it now. Because it's like I used to procrastinate over everything in the past, and I did suffer from, don't like the word depression, but yeah, I can sink pretty low. And I can also get myself out of it with praying, believing in miracles, basically doing something about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why that last bit, that's definitely not me now, because I know, and that's what I've said in the thing. Action is required for growth, but this says, but if this resonates and so be honest with yourself, and if you can't be honest with yourself, be honest with me. That's what I'm here for. There's nothing more. Sorry, I'm going to be blunt here, but there's nothing more stupid than when people book a session with me and you try to put on some big act like you're really strong. Like, I know you're strong, but if you're booking a session, you're admitting to yourself you're kind of overwhelmed with something, you're better just using it to have a good cry, tell me stuff that's stressing you out, and I'll remind you how strong and capable you are and give you a solution. Like everybody needs that. Like I said, I've got the people in my life that help me do that with too. I have really overwhelmed moments as well. Like even just recently, like a friend was listening to me about something that was really stressing me out. So that was actually one of the people that I was like, and it's not always like, your friend helps you, you do something back. But this friend has helped me with quite a few things. So like I offered something for her. So you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, but basically the main thing I'm getting from this is if you're the feminine, again, male or female, you're very, very childlike. And fifth house Leo energy is about the inner child as well as children. You're very childlike. You could even have a very magical quality about you. And that is beautiful if you're able to help people believe in miracles and magic and believe in themselves, just really positive. But, and this is a big but, oh my God, people take advantage of it. They do. Like, don't think I don't know that about myself. I'm very aware of that myself. And it's why, every now and again when my guides tap me on the shoulder, I pull my energy right back from either people or groups of people, or I'm just kind of like, nah, I just need to be in my own energy. But you've always got to look at like, right, where have I been given too much of myself? And like, maybe I need to just sort of assess this is too much. See how that still fits with that? Let go of the urgency. Like maybe you just, you fall into a habit and you're like, actually, I just need to be in my own energy. So because I've gotten better with that. Like, notice that I used to have to have months on end where I wasn't doing a live, right? Whereas now I'm not like that, am I? Like most of the time, like, it's rare that you'll even see me go a whole week. Well, maybe a week, maybe I do leave a week sometimes, but that's about it. And then I'll be doing a live because I know that live streams is what I'm meant to be doing. And that's what, again, I don't want to talk about it for too long, but that's why oh God, I'm sorry to get upset. But again, I feel it's because whenever I think about Gregory Scott, that the astrologer that died, well, I think it's a month ago now. And now that changed me forever. Like, sorry to be a bit dramatic right now, but that has changed me forever because I did see that was going to happen. Like, I knew he wasn't going to live much longer, but I just saw it, right? I felt it. And like I'd hoped it wasn't true. Like I said, I always prayed and stuff like that. But it's because I feel his energy come around me. Like when I think about him, when I mention him, you know what I mean? And like I said, I wasn't friends with him or anything, but like I said, I did have a session with him once, and it's just that because it was specifically what he said about live streams, it's just shifted in something with me for the better. Like I was already in a place of just honouring grief that I have around me every year anyway. But I just feel now when I feel like I don't know, when I feel like I'm stuck with things, like especially if it's anything to do with my passions, like I am feeling him come around me quite strongly and remind me to just own it. Um, sorry, shouldn't have spoke about him, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just showing you that it's like I've went from somebody that when I used to cry, I'd be hyperventilating and I wouldn't be able to catch my breath. Whereas now, I can just be like, calm myself down and not go into that place. So I'm able to help some of you. Well, I'll calm you down if I'm with you. Or some of you email me sometimes and be like, I'm having a panic attack. Can you just, I mean, and I'll do that. Or, but most importantly, I empower you to do this for yourself. Because when I'm freaking out myself too, I can calm myself down too. But although I can, I don't need to. I just call my mum or like I call one of my pals or something. ABBA Head Over Heels is on. I feel that's tying into this too. But again, I'm not moving on to the masculine yet because this is in the masculines too that resonate with this. You are also an eternal child and magical. And like, you when you fall into that side of you might be able to tap into, wow, yeah, anything's possible. And the word impossible has got I'm possible. Um, like you like to have fun. Other people like to be around you because you're fun. But again, I'm going to link it back to watch with that because some people can drain your energy, your fun loving energy. They might get charged up on you, but then do you feel drained? Because like I said, I'm explaining this for people that might be a bit like myself. Like I I love doing this, but and sometimes even if I've sat for 6 hours and stuff, sometimes I actually, believe it or not, still can't get up at 8 in the morning and go a walk if I want to go a walk. But sometimes I'm exhausted. It really just depends what I was picking up on. But if we're talking about physical groups, which I don't really do a lot, like people might enjoy my company, but I'll enjoy others' company too. But like I'm more have to think back to when I was younger. I'm really drained, and I think I didn't work that out before because I would have a hangover with it. But now I don't drink. It's like I notice it because even some things I've went to group things, I still feel like that, and it's because I get charged up by being alone, and I get drained by being around others. You know what I mean? So I do really have to tune in to, is this going to be good for me? Like even today, actually, my family are all like doing a family thing that I was up for it when my mum had said at the start of the week, but then I'd forgot that she'd said that. And then anyway, like because yeah, it just kind of was like that actually. I don't think I am up for it. So do you know what I mean? I've really got to sort of tune in. So but some of you won't be like that. Some of you'll get charged up by being around others. So you have to know yourself well. And if you don't, I can do different sorts of life coaching stuff for you to sort of see what type you are and stuff for the Myers-Briggs thing or different things. But yeah, so again, tune into that for the masculine and the same thing, like where do you might have an inability to grow up and be responsible or extreme dependency on others for your physical security. So, like maybe you feel like there's certain things you're not able to do. So you need other people to do it for you. And again, how true is that? Because some people can keep you in that child state to suit them. And then the shadow is pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. So again, that would be the more sort of negative mindset, the shadow aspect of the child magical. And that usually is how it goes with twin flames. You've got somebody that believes in the impossible, and somebody's like, there's no way, there's just no fucking way that that's ever going to like be able to happen. So, and then when the twin flames start to balance, you'll meet somewhere in the middle. But that again, so notice that could be that's great for the person that wasn't believing in miracles, but it might not be so nice for the person that was believing in magic. You might start to go a little bit more like, this is never going to happen. I've no idea how this is going, and it's teaching you to surrender. That card says surrender, surrender. But yeah, there's a lot in those cards. Right. So now give us another one for the masculine and the feminine's masculine side. Mm. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Rebel. So in the light attributes are challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So rebel and thief for the masculine. So it's kind of like, but again, you see, look at that. Like, so it's like rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So it's kind of like this. If you're the masculine, male or female, you could be like, um, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to do that, so I'm not doing that. Um, like, you know what I mean? Ego. Like that is actually screaming ego, whether you're a man or a woman. Um, but again, same thing goes. Like when you look to the light side, this is for the feminine too. Like you might be, if you're the feminine too, you might be like, I don't want to do that, so I'm not doing it. And again, good for you. See how I said it at first? I said it like negative, but it can be a good thing too. Like I don't do things I don't want to do either. Like, and sometimes that's a great thing because it's like I'm not just going along with the fucking general collective because they're all saying, oh, there's a very there's a very contagious such and such, and if you don't do this thing, we're all gonna die. You know what I mean? So you have to do this thing, and this will save you. And anybody that doesn't, you're a selfish bastard, and we're just gonna leave you on your own, and we're gonna bully you and isolate you, and because that is bullying. Just saying. See, that's those energies. I'm sorry, but that's Venus conjunct Eris especially, because remember, Eris is the one that wasn't invited to the wedding, so she turned up anyway and kicked up a fuss, right? Um, and that energy, my Venus always conjuncts that energy, so that's quite funny, right? Because it's not about, and again, it's not like I do that. Are you fucking kidding me? My sun is in the sixth house. Even when I have been invited to a party, I'm like, I don't know if people really want me to be here. Do you know what I mean? Like seriously, like that's the type of person I am. I'm just kind of that's probably why I don't even want to be. I don't even want to go in the first place. Like I have to when it's things like that. Like I have to go to a party. Like I think that's balls if you walk into a party yourself. I'm just trying to think. The only time I've ever walked in, actually, that was a wedding. The only time I've ever actually went to a wedding. Oh no, twice. But look what it done to me. Actually, made me ill. The only times I've went to a party myself was weddings, and one was like, yeah, one of my close friends, and I wasn't too. I just done it, I done it because it's someone I cared about, but I was like, oh my god, it was one of them times you're like, fuck life that I've not got a boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? It's just not a nice feeling, but I had to go. Um, and then one of the other times was more recent, like that was a few years ago, and it was one of my friends. And I hadn't seen her for years. But again, as you get older, even though I haven't seen people, like I still care about people. Like for fuck's sake, I thought about. I haven't actually sent some people that I do really care about. I didn't send some people my number. But again, it's just yeah. I don't know. I just didn't, because it's like some people I hadn't spoken to for years and stuff, but I still care about people and hope they're happy. But but the point is it's like that last one I had to go was really difficult for me because um like I didn't like I knew I was going to know, like obviously the person was getting married, and then like a couple of other people, but I was terrified. Like I ran myself into a really worried state. Like it was making me ill. And then when I got there, I had a fucking ball. Like I was really happy to see the people, and they were happy to see me. We had a great night, and I met new people that were hilarious. You know what I mean? It was great. Um, and but I remember talking about that after that it made me really sad because of how worried I'd been before. And you can see how some people that struggle with things like ADHD and different things like that, you can see how I bet some of you would have got so bad that you wouldn't go. And I have been there too. But it's quite funny. Like they keep pulling I don't know, I'm just going with this because I know I'll speak to some of you because then that maybe it shows you my skills of helping people and stuff like this. Like they're pulling me the word friend on that card. And actually that's quite funny because one of my best friends that gave me that card, it was when it was her 40th last year. Because like I said, that what I mean, like I have got close friends, but I've not got a lot of them anymore. And they've got busy lives and kids, and some of them live far away, and so you can't just they're not there at the drop of a hat. Although a lot of them would want to be. And it's kind of like, but when it was that friend's 40th, and I thought, fuck, I actually really want to go. but I've left it too late. I've definitely left it too late to invite my friend that lives further away. Although she's that great, honestly, she probably would move heaven and hell water. But it's like, but like she would have definitely come if I'd given her warning. But again, that's an ADHD. I didn't give enough time. And then, but what I'd done, and this is true, I prayed, right, and I was like, right, one of my friends I only catch up every now and again, but she is one of my best friends. I thought, we're due to catch up. And if she's about, like, we always just serendipitously. And I just prayed and I was like, I'll just leave it how it is, because I just thought I can't go myself. Like, I don't want to let my friend down. I can't, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking sitting feeling awkward. And so, anyway, long story short, I prayed and I shit you not, right? I woke up the next morning and that other friend had texted me saying, "What are you doing tomorrow night?" And I was like, what the fuck? Like, do you mean? Because I can go months, right, talking to some agent. And I was like, it's like, are you kidding me? So I spoke to, hello, how are you doing? That's one of my beautiful friends. Um, like, I was like, I prayed last night and I basically was talking to you telepathically and being like, sort of saying like I've left it really late, but if there's any chance, I was like, oh, aye, totally, let's do it. Do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. So it's kind of funny when you've got friends that are a little bit like you in that way. That it's like, because sometimes that friend will just randomly ring my buzzers, and I'm like, and I'm not. Like, do you mean I need warning? When possible, I need warning. But also with certain people, they just know it's like, look, if I'm around, I'm around. If I'm not, but it's funny because that person will always do it, and it's like I'll be in my fucking jammies having like a date myself, like fucking a tramp. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not going outside. Do you know what I mean? but like other times, I might have been all right, and I might have been at a loose end, and you know what I mean it's so I just own that about myself, and I get people that are a bit more spontaneous like that too. But like I said, it's just they're giving a different perspective on the overwhelm, like that can come with that. Because like I said, I get very overwhelmed when I'm stressed out, but I also get very overwhelmed when I have like a lot of people saying really nice stuff to me all at once. Like not as much now, but like there was when I ran the Fuck It Let's Go challenge in a Facebook group and I was doing the interviews with people and they were talking about how I helped them with therapy and stuff like that. Like some of you, like Brianna, you were in that, weren't you? Yeah, were you? I don't know if no, I think you would have been it. So maybe I can't remember. And I was sobbing. Like honestly, I was hyperventilating because like there was people were coming on and saying how much I'd helped them. Now I still am very humble and grateful, but I don't sob like that anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe some of you could do it at some, but you know what I mean? And it's because I've learned to ground my energy and like kind of chill with it a little bit and be like, I do deserve to hear that. Like I do put a lot of myself and my energy into helping my clients. Like I don't, and that's why I always say soul fam clients. Like I don't just see people as work. Like I see people as people and souls. And I know how difficult this twin flame journey is. It's a head fuck. I mean, it's so difficult because you've got fucking weirdos that have made Netflix documentaries, and because I never get bad comments with here, right? Seriously, I don't because I protect the energy so much. But someday, like, I found one in the filter like the other week there, and it was someone was like had said something like, oh, I can't even remember what it said now, but it was something like, oh no, not twin flames, like those nutters or something. And it's like, yeah, look, if you're still out there watching, person, it'll be a troll though. I agree with you. You know what I mean? That's no, that's no the kind of twin flames we are. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't bother watching it, but the clip I saw, the guy was being incredibly, well, it was concerning, And then I heard they were fucking forcing people to get, operations. That's no, like I said, that's no twin flame journey. That's just fucked up. And like I said, I more just pray that that's people with serious mental health issues. If some weirdo is telling you to go and do that to yourself, so you'd go and do it. Like, I mean, that's what we're trying to prevent around here. Seriously. Anyway, moving on. Don't know how I got into that, but I'm just sort of saying it's like I feel there's some of you that I feel whether you're the feminine or the masculine, I feel some of you could be the rebellious energy of like ADHD, say, but you've got that vulnerable side too. And like people could take advantage of you, or misunderstand you. There's a lot of misunderstanding when you've got like ADHD definitely autism and things like that, you know, where you might not read the cues that other people can, and or like again, there's other things like I've been very vocal about the fact that I've worked with loads of people over. Oh, you keep losing signal. Oh, is anyone else losing signal? Um, you know, like I feel very strongly about when people are diagnosed with things like bipolar and like definitely like split personality and all that, because although you have to be very, you know, you just have to be discerning. Like I have known personally, like I have had clients that have been diagnosed with things like that long before they've met me, and then I've helped people with the soul retrieval, and they either improve vastly or whatever it was that they were meant to have just disappears. True story. I've had that happen with loads of different people, and I've also had that happen with people that I think I'll not pull any more of them because they're quite complex. I've also had that happen with people. I'll put them up there though, so it reminds me what came out. Had that happen with people that have been like depressed and put on like beta blockers and antidepressants and stuff. Because remember that card does say depressed. And you know, they watch my free healing videos, Shamanic Journeys, on the playlist if you're new. And yeah, they're out going a run, they're out got a new lease of life, and they don't need those things. Takes away your personality, you know. So but again, there's certain things in life where you might need to be put on pause. But it's kind of like, look, and then I'm a good example of that too. Like when I was in so much pain with my cramps, like my mum was like, you know, I can come along with painkillers. I'm like, no, I've got painkillers in the cupboard. I just haven't taken them for years. I don't like, I can always find a way through it. And because I know how long it takes to pump that, it takes ages to pump that stuff out your system. Like it's no good for you. And like, yeah, and like I said, there's something weird about me that enjoys like period cramps, like I do, because it allows me to give myself like permission to just be it truly in my feminine energy with an excuse. We don't need an excuse, but like you know, it's in the deepest, darkest Bedfordshire, so much for technology. Yeah, maybe that is what it is. But that was a bit much. So be careful what you wish for, actually, because remember I said when they went away, I was like, I don't want them to go away completely. Now another day, I was like, please God, take away the pain. It was that bad. I'm not exaggerating. Um, yes, no, I know, not me. I know you're talking about the internet. I'm praying for the internet signal to come back. Honestly, it's such a relief and makes you feel good with yourself and your intentions too. Actually, absolutely. Um, Right, God, I'm taking forever again to this one, but that's fine. I'm in no rush. So let's get my inner union spread out. So so we've only just got past the first bit. Um, so let's get some past energy with these. So what's went on in the past with all the people that what I've said might speak to? What's went on in the past with the feminine and the masculine's feminine side? Wow. Oh my God. Holy fuck. Wow. Oh my God. Shit, it's everything I said. I know that happens all the time, but look at this. House of Fun indeed just came on. Cloudy judgment. Illusions unbalanced and distorted. Right as I was just talking about things like that. Like, it's not a crime, guys. There's times in life when we're all a wee bit out of balance or distorted or not really coping with life. That's what that guy's doing that card. He's like, fuck this. I'm burnt out. I've got too much on my plate. I'm going to have fun. You know, and who knows, like, is that person going to get the support? Is that guy going to get a cuddle? Is that guy going for a you were all thinking it. Or is that guy going like, fuck this, I'm going to the pub? Like, or I'm going to like, look, that could be anything. I'm going to get support from my lover. I'm going to get a cuddle from my mum. I'm going to get a cuddle from my brother from another brother. I'm going to get a cuddle from my kid. And I'm going to get a packet of fags. Do you know what I mean? Or like for you know what I mean? If it's going down the other route, it's like I'm going to get a bottle of whiskey to drown my sorrows. I'm going to get a bottle of vodka. I'm going to get drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like everyone's got different, or I'm going to get a big bar of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Could go on and on and on and on. But I feel that's like burnt out, not coping, right? But look, for the feminine, the masculine, I'll do the masculine feminine side. In the past, you've had cloudy judgment about something. Something has caused an illusion in this connection. And look at this. I'm not even fucking kidding you. That's why I was like, wow, that is the spell work card because it's got a big spider web, and that is like spell work, trickery, black magic, confusion, illusion, gossip, lies. And what I'll say, shadow sided Gemini is gossip, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. So in the past, right? In the past, if you're the divine feminine, something has been put across to you that is not the way it was, or it's like it's been distorted. Illusions, unbalanced, distorted, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. So we'll get to the bottom of this. You know I will. But it's like that could be loads of things. If we go down the kind of darker route, it could be that like there's been third parties that have like tried to paint a picture that is not accurate about your person, your divine masculine. But you know what I mean? Like try to make out like they're not a good guy or they're not a good woman or whatever, or there's been some kind of illusion, right? For however that fits. And the same thing for the to keep it more in perspective, that could quite simply be if you're the feminine, oh yeah, that's funny. That's why they gave those examples. When I was saying about how much I was worried about going to that wedding a few years ago, and then I got there and saw people I knew and was chatting away and had a great fucking night. Do you know what I mean? Fucking danced all night if you don't mind. And then it was hilarious because when I was talking, the guy, I'll not go into all the ins and outs of that, but I will further down the line. I was talking to the guy driving back. There was a coach, right, like to drop people back off, and like the things that guy started randomly talking to me about were absolutely hilarious, like very synchronistic. Um, but yeah, there's something that you've ran rings around yourself and you've got the wrong end of the stick. So again, but I feel it's all weaved together. Like I feel you've told yourself things that aren't true or exaggerated truths. And this could have been exacerbated by others making it worse. But you know what I'm going to do now, because it's to get you to get what I'm saying. The masculine's done the same thing. The masculine's feelings, if you're the masculine, you've been under some kind of illusion. Your energy's been distorted, unbalanced. So you've had a cloudy judgment of the feminine. And, you know, what you were believing was a lie, some kind of deception, trickery. And that's like what can happen with twin flames. Like something that's innocent could be twisted to look like it's something, well, not so innocent. And that is why I always stress it is so important that if there is a way to actually find out the truth between yourselves without involving other people, I would do it sooner rather than later, because it reminds me of the film Wicker Park, when like, you know, all it takes is a little bit of pulling strings here and there, and those lovers are apart for 2 years, and it was all through jealousy. Again, watch it. It's a dark film. It's not scary or anything, but it's like a head fuck. Actually, whenever I mention that, I always feel there's unions very close, because it's the end of that film. It's like a very emotional reunion when they finally see each other, when he works out what's been going on, because they're both completely confused about what is going on. And and I won't spoil that bit for you, but it was somebody that was causing the big alert. So again, they're homing in on that, but that's what could be happening here too, because that's quite a combination. Cloudy judgment. I mean, I think I might use that for the thumbnail. It doesn't fit with the title, but wait a minute. That's what's being found out in general. Illusions, distortion, dishonesty, deception, trickery, all the spell work, black magic's coming to light. Right, so that was for the feminine, right? So basically, what I'm getting is like a lot of people have done you dirty. If there was a way to confuse your twin flame, they done it. They took every opportunity to do it. And the film Abracadabra's just come on again. Like it's like I'm getting the feeling if this feels collect. This doesn't feel like specific. This feels like a lot of people. It's like if there was an opportunity to confuse the fuck out of the divine masculine, people jump on the chance. So it's like if they could have like stuck up for you, they kept quiet. They didn't want to get involved. Or they would do the opposite and they would get a big wooden spoon. And it's like what I've said, it's like whether it's done on purpose or like subconsciously through jealousy, like it was to keep people apart. Demons and people. Right. What have we got for the masculine? Let's see if the same cards come out. Say hello, wave goodbye. I just saw that in my mind. So look at this. That's so like what I'm feeling. Unexpected outcome and distance, separation, space, blockage. Things didn't go the way I planned. That's the masculine. There was some kind of confusion, illusion, trickery, black magic has like caused a blockage and a separation and more space than what was needed because that's what it was designed to do. And there was some kind of shocking, unexpected outcome. And it feels like because this is a masculine, it's like whatever's happened to you, the masculine's not planned for it to go this way. Do you know what it's like? I was getting downloads about this the other day, and they're now feeling broken, shattered about the situation. How was I thinking that? It was through a film. It's like, yeah, they must. So I wrote something down in my phone. Again, remember I said it's hard for me to explain when I get downloads. It's like dark as this is sounding, and I will use those cards. Like before I get into the really juicy cards, right? This feels like because we got trickery and illusion on the feminine side, and this didn't go the way I planned, and space and blockage. I feel like this. I'm sure there's a film like this. It feels like some kind of illusion could have been created to the feminine that this masculine was in a relationship or something when they weren't. The alarm just went off. My alarm just went off. But like, like they were in. So again, like I'm just feeling into this. If you're like, oh no, like my divine masculine is married or got a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the sex are, or they are seeing someone, then this isn't yours. But it was like something that was coming to me about the other day. It's like, yeah, I think it was one of those films I spoke about before. I think it might be that funny one where the guy does all this self sabotage. Like when she invites him to a wedding, he does all this stuff to make her go off him because he thinks, "Oh, you deserve better than me." And then it's like very like what a channel on this. He's like, "Wait a minute, I love her." You know what I mean? I don't want to push her away. But it's that kind of feeling of like something's been taken way too far. And it's like somebody can't come out of it. Let's see. Yeah, look. So I don't even if that's just for one person, but look, divine feminine, yin energy, secrets. I haven't told you everything. I do. I think there's something with that. I can't remember how I got those downloads. It was like either just in the waking hours dreams or something, or it was a film reminded me. But it was like I was getting that message really strongly. It's like something's backfired. It's like someone's tried to create an illusion it's like when you're trying to get attention, like so it's like a masculine's been trying to get a feminine's attention or like to make a feminine jealous or something. And this is where I always pipe in and say like that is the worst plan ever. Like never anyone do that. Because like, if it's anything like me, like that would just turn me right off. That's not gonna make me that would just make me want to go the other way. But because it's playing games, it's mind games, it's not fair, it's all kind of, but but there's reasons why people do things like that. So if that has happened to you in your own twin flame, then you can work it through and work out where that was coming from. But this feels something quite like I don't know. It's weird. It's like it was like a strategic illusion was created or something. Karma, did the karma like look karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. And it's like because some kind of something like that has been created, the masculine's now going through bad karma or they've received karma. Like so they've realized that was not the way to do it. Unworthy, you're a better person than I am. Yes, there's something with that. Whatever that's for. It's like yeah, it's almost like this feeling of when someone wants to be like, oh look, I must be really great because they've chose me. But it's just caused more damage. We're both hurting from this. Oh God, right. Okay, so well we'll tap the fuck out of that because that was a bit draining. But let's go to the dramatic cards now. So well, that's a bit. Look, I've shuffled. Let's do that. Oh fuck, I've shuffled them all to get. Look, reckless love and sex, massive regrets. Yeah, look, you see, I get what they're saying. Like, it's either that it's like something like what I'm saying, like something was staged, or but it could be that it's like do you know what? I know what was reminding me. It's like friends with benefits, right? But like so it could be that someone is like there's an awareness of how much the masculine likes the feminine and like someone's like right, why don't we make it look like we're actually together and then that'll get this person's attention. It's something like that. Look, but it could have went wrong because we know how this goes. Like maybe the friends with benefits had more feelings than what they were letting on, and then they could be secretly sabotaging. This is like going right into a story, but you know what I mean. It's what I'm kind of feeling. I love how excited you get about things because that's how I get about things too. Yeah, it's our Sagittarius energy. That's funny. You even said it twice, Brianna. That's how excited you in their head. Look, in their head, overthinking, stressed, over analyzing. And again, that one was really specific. It doesn't need to be that for everyone. I'm just sort of feeling that is for someone. Or it's like it doesn't need to be that. Just feel into it for it. It could be like, it could be you yourself has like heard something and made added arms and legs to it yourself. And like I said, nobody's giving you clarity on it, so you've sat worrying about something that isn't even true. Um, or like I said, it was strategic and like you were meant to. Either way, it's a bit of a weird feeling I'm picking up on. Right, so let's get what's give me some. I want to feel more in about the past. Give me something about where was the masculine, no, where was the feminine in the past? But they might with these cards they might tell us more about the masculine. But where was the feminine in the past when they were stuck in their south node? Whether you're female or male, where's the feminine in the past? Again, if you're sensitive, I'd click off now. This has got fucking everything from police station to like fake DNA, whatever it says, to legal issues and caught a case. Oh, just delightful card. I hope not. I hope all and none of that is relevant, but like just one funeral it's got on one of that is quite harsh. So we take it with a cup of tea, guys. It's all entertainment, especially the Leo moon. And prayers if this is real. Right. So in the past for the feminine. Sorry to laugh, but it's one of those cards. Shit. So, it's love child. So I am not about to sit here and work out what that means for each and every person, but this is divine feminine, and it can also be the masculine's feminine side. So, however that fits into it. But again, it actually came out in reverse. It actually came out in reverse. So, like I said, because of what I've said before, that has to be masculine's feminine side. Because although I watched, is it Junior the other night? Men can't get pregnant, although they are trying to say that they can, but they can get people pregnant. So it's like I feel like because that's paired with shocking news and love child in reverse, and then phony trickster illusions, there was some kind of illusion around um, something to do with that. So however that fits. And however that has happened. So the song Avalon or the album Avalon. So Avalon energy could be important for your past lives. Just randomly. Yeah, so it's like, so let's break that down. If you're the masculine, that's an obvious one. Something could have been, there's either been some type of confusion or a lie, or it's not always that though, but and if you're the feminine, like you could have heard something that wasn't true, or it didn't turn out to be true, or it's one of these Jezebels that, like, you know, tries to hold somebody up longer by saying something like that. Especially because white, it's a nice day for a white wedding, just came on when I said that, you know. So it's like somebody, a karmic energy that's been trying to get somebody stuck with a kid, or trying to, like, you know, get them to marry them, or did get them to marry them, however this all fits. So, okay. Can we know something else for the feminine or the masculine side? Again, it might pull in different people's things. Divine masculine. Yes, so in the past, your divine masculine rejected you. But again, you see how that could fit? Your divine masculine could have rejected you because they could have had other responsibilities. Like they could have actually already had children or like responsibilities, but something like that could have praying. And then you've just been guided to be praying and healing. What's this? Oh my god, there's that one come out. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. So in this context of what I'm asking about, that's like somebody's, and because remember the fifth house is sex. There's, for somebody watching this, a karmic energy has been siphoning your sexual creative energy through the divine masculine. And that would explain the cards at the start about that's why they've made me leave them there. Remember, energy thief. That's how it can work. Trust me. You're linked, so it's like they get your own twin flame gets charged up from you, but anyone that's connected with them also gets charged up. So again, this isn't always on a conscious level, but it is a real thing. Okay, right, now let's hear about the masculine. So in the past for the masculines, whoever fit with this, make it fit with the cards that just came out. How was the remember, this is how people were stuck in the past. So romance, so that's either going to be the romance between you and the masculine, or this is like the fairy tale. So let's just get another card to see. Yes. So I feel in the past, right, there was some kind of romantic feelings between you and the masculine. And then it quickly went from that to somebody being uninterested. So to that is like why I think the that song Abracadabra kept coming on. It's like a spell, you know. So again, a spell was cast, but it's true. People do things like this, or a spell can be cast with words by people just causing a gossip, or you know, or making you think bad of somebody that makes you, oh fuck, I'm not fucking having anything to do with them if they're going to do that, or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So it's like something caused a separation here, and it caused it to go a little bit like Pride and Prejudice, and I will shuffle them now. Love hate, like it's like something could have went from being really hot to really cold, to like acting like you don't even like this person, when in truth, crying over you, sad, hurt, upset, this person's never not felt like that, and it's confused them. Again, I can't, that's where if it was a personal one I would go into it, but like it'll be different for different people, whatever it is that's confused you to make you think differently. Because like I said, if this doesn't resonate, it's not yours. What else? Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, sorry. You'll understand. Like, I just can't with what just, especially because it's, look at this. Especially because I fucking said the cards. So yeah. look at what I just said, and now we've got karmic ties and pregnancy DNA. But the important thing is fake news. So yes, I do feel there's been something at some point, whoever this is for. And remember, I must stress, they do make me go in with the extra dramatic ones for Leo, because Leo is the sign of drama. But and see, that's so weird. I just again, they just speak through me. You see how there's something about this? It's like that all fits in with what's come through here. Like there's been some really toxic karmic energy around a masculine, and one of the ways that they have tried, and I'm going to say tried because remember this is all past energy. Somebody has tried to hold somebody back by trapping them or claiming that they were. And so again, maybe they'll tell us like, what's happened now, but I'll go into the present energy. But again, it's just the way that the really bad karmic energies, um, it's just the dirty tactics dirty tactics they use to hold up the masculine from where they're really meant to be. Oh God, what is this here? Well, I mean, this gets too deep when um I mentioned that card too. Legal matters. Divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket, bad credit, debt, unemployed, but that's in reverse. So again, look, legal matters does. Brianna, am I picking up on your guy again? I mean, you don't need to say, but it's like, look, some kind of legal matters has drained somebody's finances in the past, but they've got themselves together because this is still the past energy. Romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. Who's that about? Somebody again, that was one of the harsh ones. Like somebody could be in really bad health now, receiving bad karma for whatever they've caused. And that's now that card, they're saying that's now like the masculine's uninterested in the karmic energy. Whatever's been done here is really bad. It's really bad. Jackpot, inheritance, unexpected money. It's caused an ego death for someone. Under pressure, anxiety, decisions, time's running out, and secrets. Fuck knows. We could be here all day. Right. Let's try present with these now. Right. Could you tell us, because there is some good cards, what presently is going what presently is going on for the feminine? They might still tell us what's going on around. Eh? What the fuck is oh my god. I think they're talking about the masculine feminine side. Not liking this. Especially sorry, sorry to laugh, but I'm not gonna say it, but fuck now, look at this combination. What the fuck am I think? So guys, I'm sorry, but I have to say it, like, because it's like I just watched Pretty Women last night, right? That's all I'm gonna say. So again, yes, the romance of all that, absolutely. One of my favourites. And oh actually, look, Pretty Woman, is that not something to do with a red dress? Where's the red come into it? I'm sure it does. She wears a red dress. But if you think about what the whole fucking film's about before it gets romantic, the first card that came out and this is what I mean, I asked about the feminine, but this is the masculine set. Like, look at this. I think they're telling about the karmic energy around some of the masculines. Fug came out, right? Trap in reverse. So somebody's escaped a trap, and we've just seen that. Because that card doesn't say that somebody was pregnant, it says fake news. And then look at this, giving money and bad reputation. And I've just watched Pretty Women. Unless, like, I'm sorry, but unless, oh my God, am I wearing red because it's like Mary Magdalene? This is just getting hilarious. Fleetwood Mac gypsies on, but you know what I mean? Unless they're trying to say that it's like unless a fuck like unless I think fug means like, just kind of dodgy folk. I don't know. Unless like somebody's been like trying to say that some of the feminines are like, doing a bit of a Julia Roberts. I don't know. I don't know. But it was like a trap, like it wasn't true. I don't know. But I think it's more like I think they're saying like masculines have been tricked by bad reputations that were trying to trap them. And then they see, because that would make sense. Think about how much that makes sense when you get involved with the wrong type of girls and then they're spiteful and they've got like, look, you pull in all sorts of folk. So again, however that fits, I'm changing cards to get the. I think these ones are better for that. Yeah, look, that's nicer. So this is where the feminine, whatever all that is, right? The feminine is all about the masculine, devoted, attached, and craving only you. And that's also the masculine's feelings. Remember, this is the present energy. The masculine is only focused on the feminine and their emotions. The feminine's only focused on the masculine. The masculine wants a second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. I feel they've been putting some kind of bad habit behind them. Because it says habits. I don't know if we'll ever change it. It's on the back. But also that's the feminine is open to giving this person a second chance. Right. Okay. So now where's the masculine at presently? Hold your breath. Oh no. What the fuck, man? Like, what in the hell is this? Jeez, like again, it's totally fucking making sense. It's really making sense. Right, look. Sorry. Sorry to laugh, right? It's just because it's like it's fucking mental when you're getting all these. Look at this. I said, where's the masculines at presently? Giving money to a Jezebel. What the fuck? It gets worse, guys. Family. It's got a fucking couple with a wee kid. And Queen Bee in reverse. So it's like this could be some masculines that haven't woke up to this. And again, I think that this is what they make me do on the Leo live streams and the Scorpio ones. They basically make me paint the picture so that people can like sort of see what they're in. But it's like somebody's given money to a Jezebel for a family, so you're dishing out money. But that's good if it's your kids, which again make sure it is that you're meant to be, you're given. But again, it's so good that it's a Jezebel. But again, it's taking responsibility. But I don't know, that could be many different things. But Queen being that's the divine feminine card. It's like something's this masculine is either presently or has been tied up, like being a cash cow for a Jezebel, because it does say that, and turned their back on their true feminine, um, because they thought the feminine was the karmic energy. Boom, drop the mic. You see what I mean? Because it's in reverse. Queen Bee's in reverse. But it could also be that they're saying that this is a distorted, like, I'm the queen, you know what I mean? Like a toxic Jezebel feminine that's like, I get everything that I want, give me your money kind of thing. I need it for the kids. Do you know what I mean? But fucking hell. But it does say blocked and goodbye, and then legal issues again. Holy shit, different deck. Court, judges, immigration. So I think for most people, that is actually going to be somebody's needing to give money to somebody from their past. And there's legal issues, and maybe this is like if you are the masculines that are in this position, you just you do what you need to do for your kids, however many you've got, and goodbye blocked. I don't need to have any more to do with you. You know what I mean? That's how I would take that. Yeah, I mean it is sounding like what you. I was thinking the same thing with my guy the whole time. Yeah, well, it's definitely again. It's not just you; it'll be others. But holy fuck. Um, what else with the masculines? Oh my God, look at this. What the hell is this combination? Some of these cards get ridiculous. Same shit, different day. So, oh yeah, remember that's what I said. I did say this is what I felt. That's quite nuts. The downloads I was getting, but remember I did say it probably will be dramatic, but the downloads I got weren't this dramatic. I have heard dramatic ones like this, like in the past. I deliver them, but I was more feeling that same shit, different day. So this might be a different person. I was feeling somebody's like bored of their life, and has already said to somebody that they don't want to be with them. But it's like I was getting like an image of the person's like, oh yeah, but he didn't really mean it, and so we'll do this and we'll do that, and like making plans for like we'll go on holiday with the kids and we'll do that, or or like we're going like here in July to see such and such. Do you know what I mean? Just like not getting it and like not taking it on board. So again, whether that's still like toxic and it's somebody that's really controlling and they're just in denial, and but it doesn't need to be that. It could be somebody that it's just awkward, like this person doesn't feel the same about their karmic partner anymore, and not wanting to hurt somebody, but actually it wasn't not wanting to hurt. It's like this person has told them. So however all that fits. But I think that must be past energy because we've got living in the moment, pop the question, and I love you, and then the guy's holding a wee ring on that too. So I think what they're just saying is it's like that's where a lot of the masters presently are, like living in the moment and got serious commitment on their mind. Um, and it feels like the energies that are trying to hold them up with a drinking toxic lifestyle, but that was in reverse. And maybe there's like frustration because these energies can't do that. Look, cope in the past, these karmic energies could hold them back with coping mechanisms like going out and partying and drinking. Like if you're this guy, let's face it, there's going to be a lot. It's not going to be all guys. There's going to be a lot of guys watching of all ages and women. Your coping mechanism might be when you're overwhelmed and stressed at work. Fuck this, I'm away at the pub, or fuck this, I'm phoning my Thursday person. My Tuesday person's busy. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got a rota. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But it's like this is the masculines that are out this sort of energy. Whether you're a male, I know it makes it sound like it's a male, but it's only because the Jezebel's got a woman on it. It's like this could still be females that are like this. This could still be females that are like this because they were showing me shorts of like I might share that one. It was like these skits, like these funny skits, and it was like it was said as soon as you get a girlfriend, and it's quite funny because it's like the girl's like, I don't know, he's like, will you be my girlfriend, and she's like, yes, I'll be your girlfriend, and then it's like all of a sudden like somebody like a Jezebel, somebody in a short skirt comes up and is like, hi, remember me from a month ago or whatever, and then it's like oh, and then he goes the other way around the corner and someone else is like, remember me, your ex from a year ago, and he's like, oh, but then it's like it's only like a minute or 3 minutes or something, and then because I'll put it below, I'll find. I mean, sometimes I can't find them when I've seen them, but I'll try and find it, and then the last bit of it is he he gives in or something and he sleeps or something. But it was kind of funny because it was a guy that turned out anyway. It's a funny one. But the point was, it was like they were getting across the point that he says, "Oh, I broke up with my girlfriend," and then the one he's just slept with like, "Ooh," and goes away. And it's the point is that like it's just to give another perspective. It's not always that like, oh, there's guys that are like really toxic or whatever, or, whatever words, and playing, playing all the girls. I mean, obviously there are guys like that too, but there's girls like that too, and that's why a lot of men don't trust women, because that's what that was basically pointing out was that as soon as like a guy becomes like committed, like either with a official girlfriend or even a wife, you've got all these Jezebel hoes, sorry, it's true, that come out the woodwork that are like, oh, I bet you I can get them back. Like I've known people that speak like that in the past, like they see it like a game, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like it's toxic as fuck, you know what I mean? It's people that aren't healed that want to get attention that do stuff like that, and that's what I'm saying. Is unfortunately my feeling is a lot of the people that are actually like that have tried to paint a picture that the divine feminines are like that, which there's loads of ways they could do that, but that's why it's so important that there are people doing what I'm doing right now to sort of be like, absolutely fucking not. Like that's not the kind of life that I'm about. I'm about celibacy and healing people. And like I said, I've said before, I'll say it again. I'm an incredibly sexual person, guys. I ooze sexual energy, but I'm not just fucking sharing that with anyone. Do you know what I mean? And actually, even with the person that I want to share that with, I believe it would be better for us to just have a chat first and be friends. Um, but do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like um, selective. True divine feminines, when you've done the healing, you've got boundaries, you've got respect for yourself, definitely when it comes to, that area, but with everyone. The minute somebody disrespects a divine feminine and empress, it's like, bye. I'm not even hanging around to see what the answer is. See you later. And if you want examples of that, you can listen to when I've told the stories of when I walked away from people, you know what I mean, that isn't even anything to do with love. The minute somebody tells me unnecessary lies or makes me feel like a bit of shit, I'm like, nah, there's not. Why do you even need to hang around to explain why somebody's diced with your energy like that? It's like you know what I mean? It's people shouldn't play with you like that in friendship or love or family, because families can do that too. So I feel with me going that passionate, that's kind of what I'm picking up on here. Left you hanging, no closure, no contact, left on red. So again, but this is where the masculine's presently at. I feel the masculines are like reflecting on everything that's played out. Like it's like the masculine's reflecting on when they've left their own feminine hanging or on red or ignored them for people that were hooked into their energy, siphoning their energy and siphoning the feminine's energy. It's like somebody's working this. Oh, like look, forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Isn't that a little bit like what I just described with people, women, especially that are like that, that will like, it's like when I've said it, it's like I always get an image of a masculine that's been doing healing and they've got to a certain point and they've got a divine feminine in mind. And somebody's like from the past is like, oh, I can get in there and fuck that up just for a bit of fun. Scarcity tactics, like chess, playing games, ignoring. But I feel now, whatever that is coming through, the masculine's wisened up to it and they're ignoring because they're listening to their spiritual gifts, or you are. This is where you're at now. And you're listening, you're feeling, you see, it's as soon as the masculine gets in touch, as soon as you do that energy to pull back your energy and you detach from the toxic energies that have been around you, you're no longer being led by the lower regions. And it's like, you've got that passion, but you connect it with the heart and your feelings. You start to see what women and men like or that are like, whatever your deal is, that you go like dust it off. It's like they're saying men are healing from things like that. Blocked, yeah. Putting it behind them, blocking people like that. And then look, getting readings heartbreak. Look, that's when the masculines wake up and they start watching things like this or getting personal readings to find out what's went on. And then, like I said, if they come to somebody genuine, they'll find out, they'll be told, yeah, you were falling for the trickster, and that person's the person that prays for you. Couples that stay together, pray together, that person has had your back the whole time, and that one's been sticking the knife in. That one's been look. I just saw the forcer card again. That one's been forcing their way in, and you can tell because if a woman is really chasing a man, there's something wrong. Wants you back, and now they want you back because they see who you really are. This is like the shorts. This is exactly like the shorts. What was it for today? I can't remember. I think it was the one for yesterday. Was like this. Happily, remember I filmed him a week ago. Happily single, doing you, dating, stress free, setting goals, career focused. The masculine that I'm picking up at now is single, putting that all behind them. I know it was all behind them, but those cards are exhausting, so we're putting them down for today. That all sounds like him. The job, the finances, the kid. Brianna, look, you need to book a session. Think the next time you actually need something for yourself, book a session because I want to hear about this. I was at Casey's the gas station when you asked me that on live, and when I seen that, and that's his name. Oh my god, that's nuts. That's nuts, isn't it? Right. Um, let's get another deck of cards. I want to get because that's all. Where in the fuck did I go? Right. Let's get these. Let's get these ones. I'm not watching the time that well because I was gonna. Fuck, it's all right. It's fine. I don't need what I need to do after doesn't need to be really long. I'm going to go in the membership and do a wee prayer circle, and that'll just be quick. I'll just be in there quickly, and then because I just fit them in when I can, and then um I was going to come back and do the past life one for here. So. Right. Could you tell us where the divine feminines are right now? But again, when I say right now, it's whenever this manifests. Yeah, I would imagine so. Like if that's if that's again, if that's your story, I am enough. Let go of expectations. So I feel what they're saying is you don't either you're one of the divine feminines that you don't have a clue what's going on in your masculine's life, but you can feel all this drama going on. Or again, you might be in a position where you have heard stuff, but just bear in mind what I've said at the start. You don't know what's true and you don't know what is. So um right, and that's also the masculine's feelings, letting go of expectations. Will you tell us where the masculine's at? Now the masculines keep getting welcome home, mission accomplished, divine masculine, and like twin flame. They keep getting or false twin flame might come out again. Like they keep getting cards that indicate the masculine's ready for communicating with the divine feminine. Like whether it's like done the healing or like in a bit of a panic, realizing stuff. So panic, I would say. So look, because I pulled beyond illusion, change your perception, but it was in reverse. So that's kind of interesting because you know how what did it say? Giving Jezebel money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I it doesn't make sense for the rest of the story. So this is what I mean. I have to feel into this, right? But it's like there are some men that could be watching this, and you're actually still not able to see what this person's doing or done. I don't know. That's the way I'm reading it because that's like you're still in the confusion illusion. Because remember the first two cards were the spider web card and like the one that says allude whatever allude watch it from the start but distorted. It's like someone's still not seeing the truth. um and you're not speaking your truth, the electric creative expression. So it's like you might even feel like you can't talk. Like again, what else? Yeah, look, they're like we said what we said. And look, it's like you feel like you're nowhere near your union because you're in such a stuck place and you're not able to have a rebirth, right? I feel like I want to shuffle. Can we just ask for people that I'll need to do it again though, because that's not all the masculines. For anyone that's in that place, lost. Yeah, see what I mean? Lost. I feel lost without you. So that makes perfect sense. Like somebody's like trapped in a situation, feels like they're a million miles away from union, and because they can't see they're confused, like they've been head fucked. Somebody's confused about everything, confused about you, confused about the karmic energy. And especially like look, this is how it can come in too, because look, this fits with what I said. I was describing it like a feminine's been told something about a masculine that's not true, but now this is saying it the other way, so it can go either way. Is it true? I heard you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me it isn't. Well, I'm not being funny, but if it fits with the fucking bad reputation and giving money, that's no dating. Sorry, I had to make a joke, but you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, good lord, is that why they made me catch Pretty Woman last night? There's me thinking they're showing me it for a bit of romance, but it is kind of, if you can see through the humorous way that they make me deliver it, Mary Magdalene, you know what I mean? When you know the history, there was a lot of shit said about Mary Magdalene. And Mary Magdalene was Jesus's twin flame and they were in love. Because like I've said this before, but I always feel the Mary Magdalene thing always gets a bit because to me it's about not judging someone from their past and allowing the rebirth and stuff, and it's all kind of because anyway it's very complex, but it's more kind of usually the masculine that it's like they're having the rebirth and you're not judging them for their past and you're moving forward. But this, I honestly do feel there's something weird being said here about a fairy. I picked up on this before. It's like when these toxic karmic women and men try to make out like um the feminine isn't who they say they are or something, and like I don't know. But yeah, this person feels lost without you, and they're being told all sorts going by that, like lies. That's what's come out at the start. Um, so could you just give me a bit of advice for people that feel stuck in that place? My advice would be: I've got a sale on, book a session. But and also, like I said, if you are somebody that is in a place to help with book, because I can journey. This is the thing. I can do a shamanic journey. Like I can help people that if they're in this such a stuck place they can't help themselves. It's like, you know, it's we ask for permission and I invite their soul forward. Their soul won't come forward, but that's the thing. If people are stuck under a spell, their souls, that is why they can't talk. They're trapped. So if you know somebody that is a shaman, hello, or if you know it, you know what I mean. It's I've given loads of complex stories before, right? Where I've done sessions before where the person I'm actually doing the session with, it was somebody connected to them and like so far removed. And I've ended up like supporting, freeing somebody from us. You know what I mean? It's weird like that. Right. Give me advice for the people that are stuck. Come together, we need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against others and the world? Right. Well, that's clearly advice for all the divine masculines, right? Funny that it's got twin energy on it too. And we're in Gemini twin season, but it has got twins on it. So it could be something to do with actual twins. But um, like, you know, it's twin flames. It's like, you know, you need each other. Like, where have you been causing separation? So that could be the masculine is causing a problem. It's not that it's not there, but you're seeing this other person is not a part of you. And that's why I said, like, you know, feminines that have done the healing, you know that your masculine is a part of you, but you respect that they've got their own life, and they can do what they want. Just as you can do what you want. But like I said, true feminines are awakened to the journey and they don't want other people. But right, okay. Hopefully that, you know, there's something about you no, I need something else. What else for those ones that are stuck? I just that's what was on the top and I shuffled and it came out again. Look. Duality merge, surrender dark into light. Yeah. There's something about you need to integrate your shadow. And like I said, if you resonate with me, I would book a session. I've got shadow integration sessions. It's like that all could be that somebody isn't still in it, but it's like they may as well be because they're carrying all the trauma from it, like worrying that something's going to happen again, like you're going to be tricked by like a Jezebel or something like that. Right. So I'm now going to ask, where's the masculines that appear to be more ready, because that like this somebody's hungry like the wolf, they're about to surrender and they're seeing all the signs, but that can still fit with people that are with someone as well, remember, just because I've typed at that, so you'll know better than me. Speak your look, that's the energy of the ones that are ready. Speak your truth, express yourself, higher heart opening, compassion. So this is where the masculines are currently. The feminines let go of expectations because, like I said, most of the time, if you're on the true twin flame journey, the feminines they either don't have any of the answers of what's going on in the masculine, and it's about believing in the journey and having faith and just doing the work on you and basically letting go. I make it sound easy, but and some of you might know like stuff. It just depends. And but when this masculine is hungry like the wolf for you, they're very passionate. They're about to surrender. They're seeing all the signs. They're feeling very stressed with whatever's going on, whether they've got a busy job or whether they've got like responsibilities with children, like that they're that or like I said, or like it could be in some cases where they still live in a family home and it's all breaking down. So it's just however it fits. But this person's going to need your compassion. They're going through a huge higher heart opening and they're coming to speak their truth. So what do those ones need advice about? That's the one that looks like Liza Minnelli. Everything. Look, 11 again. So November is really November, Scorpio season, Sagittarius is significant here. can be like birthdays or, like, well, if it's something happening, that's ages away. Everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. What do you need in your life that you're not currently getting? And the song Instinction just came on. So that's fitting with this. What the masculine that I'm picking up on that are having a higher opening, there it's like someone that's dying to speak their truth. And everything's being mirrored back to them. Like they understand how much of a divine mirror you are to them if you're the feminine, or you understand that about your masculine. What's on the bottom? The how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? And that song's called whatever, Instinction or something. It's like, yeah, that masculine seeing the signs. Something could have been really significant about Friday, Brianna's birthday, because we've got a 30 on the card. Okay, so I feel like I want to go to this deck. So what do those masculines, right? That masculine's talking already. I need you. Your love and, oh my God, this is like what I just said about journeying for other people that need you. Your love and powerful light guides me home. Thank you for sending it to me. I do feel it and I need it now more than ever. You give me hope that I can be happy again. That is kind of feeling like that. That is feeling like someone's been stuck somewhere unhappy, either in the past and they're healing the trauma from it, or they're still stuck and they need the love and the energy to be able to know that you don't need to stay stuck. It's not nice when people part ways, but like I say all the time, like it's toxic to think to still live in that world where it's better to stay together for the kids. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. It isn't, because kids notice everything, especially if there's resentment and not being nice to each other and whatever else that goes on. It's not a good environment for children. So, in the long run, it's difficult for everyone. But ultimately, when someone's not happy, you're not going to be able to talk yourself out of that, especially if you've been like that for a while. Um, I really do care, even though I don't show it. You see, that would fit if someone wasn't in a place to be able to. I know you're focusing on other things. It makes me curious about what you're doing. I want to share your dreams. I'm thinking, I've been hearing songs and music that reminds me of you. It makes me want to reach out even more. I'm your secret admirer. I watch your social media. I search you online. I sometimes try to be where you are. Sorry, that card's just a bit much, isn't it? I promise I will make it right. I will make it happen. You have to trust me. So just, you'll know what it means for you. It's like either this person's still in a situation, but they're accepting, coming out of denial, really, I would say, that it's not healthy for anyone. But like I said, I was feeling that there's some energy, the karmic energies are not letting go. Like it's like when you kind of, I'm feeling like I feel like this person, I feel a bit crazy. It's like, did they not just hear what I said last night that I don't want to be with them and I want to be with someone else? That's the kind of, what I mean? It would be awkward if you're like, did I dream that I told them? Or like yeah. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. Ah, but you see how that fits with what I've picked up on? If some of the masculine, some of you out there, men and women, have dealt with people that were like sneaky, but sneaky in the way of if you were in a committed, well, if you're meant to be in a committed relationship or even a marriage, but they were sneaking round the corner to somebody in fucking number 10 or so. Do you know what I mean? Like, how funny would that be if that was specific? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, like I've said before, it's like sleeping with the enemy, keeping one eye open. It's like, even the masculines, if you've not done that healing, you might not be able to see the feminine very clearly. Um, Jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. And again, that's when you've been around toxic people because they make you jealous because that's the aim. And again, see, it's kind of interesting because it's kind of diving in and out of the masculine and the karmic energy. And this could still be twin flames to one another too, because that's what I picked up at the very start. Something's back. God, actually, it could be like it could be like that other film I watched ages ago. Actually, that film's not really like that, but they just flashed that up. There's a film called Friends with Kids, and it's really good. I've never seen it before. I think I will watch that again tonight, actually. And the whole point is they're best friends. So, but they're not friends with benefits. They're just best friends, but you can tell they're in love. So that's kind of like the twin flame element of it. But what's not like what could be mixed up with being karmic is so they've got friends that've got kids, right? And then they're like, well, wait a minute, we get on really well. We both want a kid. We know that it's not going to affect our relationship. So why don't we have a kid? So basically, they have a kid together, but the way it backfires because, um, like he's they've made an agreement that they're not going out, they're just having a kid, but she's in love with him, so she ends up getting quite jealous because when he starts seeing, and it's Megan Fox, so it's not just anyone. But the whole point is he's actually in love with her too, but he's in denial. But that's where denial's quite. I always find denial quite a funny thing because somebody could be in love with you, but they could be in denial for like decades or like years. So it is quite a funny thing, you know? Like it doesn't mean you're wrong. Like you could be right that that person loves you, but they might not actually realize it for quite some time. So, it's like you kind of got to get on with your life. But the long and short of it is, in that film, it's like every fucking thing that we see like this, whether it's a film or a program, the guy ends up realizing like that the one he's just seeing is like, yeah, it might be like she might be good looking, but there's like no substance, and she, doesn't connect with him the way that the other one does, and he's like longing for that sense of comfort, in her. And at this point, she's like, like get the fuck, but she's not like she's just kind of like you really hurt me, and I really needed you, and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And then it's quite passionate. Like I can't remember, but it's like he says something quite like, God, I wasn't expecting that. But it's like she says like like I want somebody that actually wants me. Like I want somebody that desires me. Like I don't just want you to come because I'm just like, oh, because they've been friends first. And then he does say something like, I want to do something to you. I think it was something like that. I don't know. I think he did say. I think he did use the F word. But I mean, it's nice, because that's the thing. Like you do. It's like he was getting across, like I'm in love with you, but I do also want to fuck you. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what I mean? You'd have to see it. But anyway, I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get in a relationship at this time. So again, so it could just be for some people I'm single and I'm coming in because I can't stand the thought of you anyone else or you moving on. But for some people, I'm single right now and I'm not ready to be in anything. But look, you hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. Emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. So again, it'll be different for different people. Some people are coming in anyway, and others are working on that before they come in. So, right. Um, don't know. I think I've already sort of pulled out all that stuff, but let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. I haven't used these. I usually use these first. Right, so because I forgot to use these, and I've just picked up that by mistake, but it doesn't seem like a mistake with what's come out. I know you want to contact me, follow your heart and do it, and that's spot on with the title. So I'll see if that comes out again. Oh my God, look at this. Wow, guys, I'm fucking tapped into God. I'm telling you. Look at this. I haven't even shuffled these yet. That's what I said, and I have to cover her nipple because her nipple's hanging out, as you do. But that's the karmic energy crying because somebody's leaving. Look. And again, like that's not nice. So do you know what I mean? Like if you are a karmic energy, well, yes, they watch too. But if somebody is a karmic energy, there's wolves on the advert. I can't with how funny this is. Um, if you're a karmic energy and you're not one of the ones that has done all this horrible shit to the masculines, you know, I've got you in my prayers if you want to be. And it's not nice, it's not nice if you lose somebody that you love and you're in a comfort zone with. But that's basically what it is. If you are losing somebody that doesn't love you and loves somebody else, it's not really a loss, is it? Like that woman deserves to be with somebody that loves and desires her. Like she needs to find her lobster. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's for the sign of Capricorn too. So Capricorn is harsh lessons, and that is it's a karmic lesson too. Like that woman is a karmic lesson for the man that's leaving that we can't see. It could be same sex too, but I'm just going with the story. Um, yes, but I'll shuffle, see if it comes out again. But that's what I'm saying about. That's what I sensed. Somebody's leaving someone, or they've already left, and they're upset about it. But the same in the same breath, if you're one of the karmic energies that's done all this fucked up to somebody, fucked up shit to somebody, um, it was always going to go this way. That's karma, because that's Capricorn too. But I keep you in my prayers too, because that's somebody that needs healing, you know. Again, never send negative energy to someone, but I'm sending more basically compassion to all the karmic energies, whether you done something really fucked up to them and it's backfiring, or whether you haven't done anything and someone's just falling out of love with you. It's shit either way, you know, people fuck up and it's from wounding. So but yeah, don't be one of these women that is like toxically thinking that if you tie somebody down with a kid or marriage or both, that's it. You've got oh my god, right? What the am I going to be able to catch it? No, a song's just come on and it has "Girl Crazy." I'm not even kidding you. It has "Girl Crazy." Don't even know what that is. Hot chocolate, "Girl Crazy." Watch this. I'll catch it now. I'm taking a picture so I can put it in the community tab. That is insane. Wait a minute, now I've fucking rewinded it too far. Look at what I was just saying though. Like, and it's funny that I got past the bit where people that have, it's just because you've fallen out of love. And then I was talking about the ones that knew what they were doing and they're crazy trying to keep people. And Crazy Girl comes on. Girl Crazy, sorry. Same difference. Girl Crazy. I'll put that after. Weird. Or I'll show you right now, actually. Because that's just God speaking through me. Wait a minute. I'll zoom it in so you can see. Hot chocolate girl crazy. So again, I think I think that's more, like I said, I'm a medium too, remember? So this is like more, it's like evidence for maybe people that need to wake up to whatever the fuck's going on out there with lots of different men that are being tricked. So let's see if that comes up. Um, oh, you can't see the words. Wait a minute. Yeah. Surely that's it now. Oh, wait a minute. I'll lift it up a little bit. You can see it says hot chocolate. This is all resonating. Well, I'm sorry it's resonating, Bria. Right. God. Right. So, what is a karmic lesson? Oh, you can't see. You can't just trust me. I'll post it in the community tab. It says girl crazy, and it's just it's more the timing. Wait a minute. Sorry, I didn't read these bits. There was a legal, there was or is legal issues between them as well. There has been at least. She has intentionally gotten him in trouble. Oh, see what I mean? Jezebel. That's the most toxic, the worst of the worst. Over nothing. Yeah, I can't stand people like that. And that's what I mean. Though that's why I'm saying, like, look, I'm being serious when I say that. I do pray for people that have done fucked up shit to people because Lord knows whatever happened to you in childhood to make you that sick. But and I know that sounds horrible, but I'm trying to be nice about it. Like I do pray that you get the help that you need. Um, but yeah, to ruin people's lives with lies and stuff, that's like the lowest of the low. Men can do it to women too, but it's like that's horrible. It's just like I can't stand people that use kids either. It's just horrible because it's like the kid's gonna grow up and then they'll hear about what you done. Like, but at first, people can manipulate the child to be on side with them. But eventually people you'll know because some of you will be adults where this has happened to you. I fucking help a lot of my clients, I help people where you were that child that was head fucked by your own parent. You know what I mean? So that's just a bit of a rude awakening, an eye opener for people that might use kids to don't. It's not nice, but people like that are going to do it anyway, aren't they? Sometimes you see it from people like their own. That's why when that card pops out that deck a lot, mum says hang up. It's not always that is. It's not always going to be that, is it? Because some like masculine's mums are going to be the people that are like, you know what I mean? Like they're good mums and blah blah blah. But like it's sometimes it's the karmic energy. It could be that woman's mum, and that's why she's like that. So it's just or that man's mum, and that's why he's like that. Just take it resonates. Right. So what is a karmic lesson on the feminine side and the masculine's feminine energy? Does that read? And then we'll try to force herself onto him and make it about the kids because she was a good mother figure in their life and there for so long. Yeah. And then that card says force her. He doesn't drink and had messaged me that he was considering it. All of these. Oh, God, that's a shame. Right. You know what? We're praying for Casey because you said his name. Keep him away from the drink because it's understandable, but that's not nice if he doesn't even drink and he's like, look, he's the guy on the card, isn't he? He's like, fuck this. Maybe that's him trying to sort out all the paperwork and he's like, that's a shame. Right. Fear of loss. You're afraid of losing someone or being abandoned. Take a chance. Right. So, feminine. Surely I don't need to explain why a divine feminine in the journey could be afraid of being abandoned. But providing you've done the healing, and again, this is a mixed bag tonight, it's jumping in and out. The collective I'm picking up on tonight, right? It's like there's a collective of you where even if this person has done a lot of healing to get to you, you've got to be really compassionate with them and gentle because my feeling is they've went through a lot of shit, like maybe not all, like hopefully not all the exact shit of this, but like really weird fucking head fucks, you know what I mean? And delays and lies and confusion. And, a lot of it could be in their own self sabotage as well. It's different for different people. But yeah, if you're the divine feminine, I feel you'll have moved through the feeling of losing this person because sadly you lost them a long time ago. But the thing is, you actually didn't lose them because they never forgot about you. So take a chance on them. So that's a karmic lesson that you've learned. But also, same goes if you're the masculine. I feel your fear of losing the feminine, in some cases, before you've even got with the feminine, has stopped you from even moving towards them. And unfortunately, it's led you towards people like what I've just read. So, and again, I don't think I need to say any more because I think that's just insulting people's intelligence. They've learned their tough lessons. And yeah, so take a chance on the real thing now. Oh, I like the way that came through. So, what is a karmic lesson for the masculine? And that can also be the feminine's masculine side. It's always the same. It's always the same fucking ones. You can hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. The right one is coming in perfect divine time. And that went wrong. I've not seen that card before though. What? Wait a minute. That's really interesting. That says that's a random time. 6:15. We're long past that. That could be tomorrow. But it's this one comes out a lot. Too passive. Take initiative to meet someone to keep the passion ignited. So again, if you're the masculine in particular, right? But like I said, it can also go for the feminine's like overthinking kind of side, masculine boundaries and all that. Like you sat back and didn't do too much. And now I think and again it would be through fear or not being good enough or a combination of all these sorts of things. Or I feel in some cases, I feel if you're the masculine, you're like, I'm not ready yet. I need to wait on divine timing. Because one of those word cards that I used at the start said, I'm trying to trust in divine timing. But this was behind it. Rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one is coming in perfect divine timing. But that was in reverse. It's like what they're saying is, fuck divine timing. You need to take initiative. Like Leo right now is passion. It's about taking action. If you be too passive, you miss opportunities in life. That's very clear. That's a karmic lesson. Don't stay stuck in the past, playing hard to get. I'm not fucking shitting you. This is always the cards that come out for the masculines. And they'll keep coming out until something changes. But again, remember, this could be things that are past. Hard to get. You're missing opportunities by playing too hard to get. Give someone a chance. Again, because so many men have fallen in to the toxicity of allowing these toxic Jezebel birds to chase them. If that's who you want, then keep at it. These are not the guys that I'm speaking to right now. I'm speaking to the ones that don't want girls like that around them anymore. Stuck in the past. Let go of your ex completely so you can truly welcome new love into your life. So that's what I mean. These men listening, because they are listening, I think that's why the views are big and then they go away. It must be people that delete their history. I worked it out. That makes sense. You might not even be with this person anymore, but they're like haunting you, whatever they've done. And that's not, you're just punishing yourself by staying in that. So get support with that. Right. Okay. So what would help with inner union right now for the feminine? Expectation. Oh my God, look. Oh, that's nuts. The feminine got let go of expectations on the other deck, and you've also got have realistic expectations. So this is very clear. The feminine, and then the song that's on is called One Step Further. The feminine is like being very strongly told for inner union, let go of all expectations. Like, don't get carried away with yourself that, like, oh, yes, like my true love is coming and it's just going to be us and everything's amazing and it's all just magical. Like, you just stay present. And imagine you would if you went through a lot of bullshit like true twin flames have, myself included. It's like, just release expectations because if you've been clear on what you want to manifest in your life with this person, as in, you keep healing yourself and you keep letting go and you're like, look, this is my life, they've got your own life, and if they're wanting the same as me, I'll see them in divine time. But the masculine, think about what I've said. If you're truly on the twin flame journey, you need to take action towards your feminine. That has been clear. We keep getting cards about move, blah blah. It's so present, and I'm passionate about this, right? Because remember, Leo is passion. It's so present in the Twin Flame Collective. Again, I don't want to keep going on about this, but again, Leo Moon, my Leo Midheaven in the public eye, they have to get me to talk about this stuff so that it just wakes up some of you that might fall into that confusion. The energy of the masculine needing to move from where they are and move the energy and go towards their feminine, even just for a conversation to clear things up, is so present that I've seen some of the bigger channels that, again, these channels are growing really fast, but they've not been on the journey like as long, or if they have, they're falling into some kind of illusion. But it's so weird the amount of like it happened again last night that I'm seeing titles that are like it's too late, you've lost your feminine, the feminine's like settling for someone else. It's like, do you know what I mean? But again, I honestly do feel it's when it's like it's either one of two things. Something's happened personally with the person giving the message that's like they feel like, right, there's no way that's going to happen with them now. So or it's like they're tuning into someone that isn't on the twin flame journey and it's karmic. But again, it's hard to explain, but I get it. It's because it's like it's not entirely wrong. It's like it feels like a lot of the masculines are staying stuck when they don't need to, and they're like in fear. But yeah, either way, we've got for feminine, be clear on your outcome because it is manifesting, but just don't put too much pressure on yourself, them, or the union. Because again, my feeling is as well, all that stuff at the start, it just the same. Oh my God. Wow. Look, the karmic was after your abundance, masculine anyway. That's come out. Karmic abundance. Notice the karmic lessons in this situation. Be open to accept an abundance of love. Yeah. The karmic goes after your abundance. That's what that's about. But look, have realistic expectations. The masculine got the same card for inner union because they're not your karmic. The divine feminine is not your karmic energy. But I feel for a long time, a lot of you were confused about that. And you were seeing the divine feminine as someone that was tricking you or lying you or something like that, or what's their game. And it was because you were coming from your wounds. And I don't believe a lot of you are now. So, but there's something about what was coming through before that came out. Yeah, it feels like a lot of masculines could jump to conclusions that the feminines like want to like be in an instant relationship and an instant union, and you want an instant family and an instant marriage and all this kind of, and that's why they're saying release expectations too, because from what I tune into and from what I work with, it's what always comes out is like, no, this is going to need to be a friendship that builds into more. So I don't think a lot of feminines are there actually. Um, like be present, be in the now. Yeah, wish, make a wish. But what they're saying is go after what you want. Go after your wish fulfillment, masculine. That's the only way you're going to get it. If you keep waiting for divine timing, you're missing out. You're missing out on what you want. Just be honest. Relationships need trust. And the only way you're going to build the trust is when you try to do something about it. True love is selfless. That's the big point there. That's in the collective too. True love is not selfish. True love is selfless. So when your ego has died enough, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm thinking about my own fear. You would be like, what the fuck am I doing? I've left the person I love by themselves for all this time. And now that I know better and I feel better. And they're pulling my eyes to the card that says, I wish I had treated you better. Go and tell them that. That's true love. That's why every romantic film that's about involves a guy running to somebody in the middle of the night, tell them that they love them. Is the woman ever like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was trying to go to sleep. No. There's usually tears and hugs and passionate sex or whatever, or walking to a bakery. That's as good as it gets. He literally does go to her at like 4 in the morning or something, and because it's New York, they then walk to a bakery. That's a good film. And that's filled with loads of confusion and illusion in that too. Because remember, he's got OCD, so he's a bit particular about things and he's quite difficult. But it's like, they understand each other. Um, that was a weird channeling, but I do get it. Right, so oh no. I know what's going to come out of this deck when I'm right. So what's a possible soul retrieval that would help someone? So this is anyone that resonates. A soul retrieval session with me. What's somebody watching? What is it that they need? I feel that's for some of the masculines that you want to send a message to somebody that you love, but you don't know how to do it. So I feel somebody needs a session with me to help you to even just to practice what you want to say. Do you know what I mean? But just to get in touch with your feelings, however that fits for you. But that's what's coming through there. What's another one? Thoughts, yeah, look, similar. Look, that again, there's a guy thinking about a woman, 16, the tower card. This is all the men that are like, I know how I feel and I want to come back. I just don't know how to do it. And again, I've got loads of experience on this journey and I can help you with all these questions that you've got. I'm again sorry for the women that are in the masculine energy. Again, it's just it feels like I'm talking to the guys. Thief. Now, what is this all? Whoa, thief followed by false person. So I can see how that fits with the rest too. Somebody needs a major energy clearing soul retrieval after dealing with a thief. So that could actually just be literal. Like somebody could have been stealing from somebody. Either they've stole it. Well, let's face it, with all karmic energies, they have stole energy and time. They've stole parts of your life you can't get back. And that could be a masculine that needs help with that, to come to terms with that. But don't sit in the shit bit of it. Like, go and make the most of your life now. So you dealt with a bitch, move on. Never said it like that. I bet you're a bastard. But like, do you know what I mean? It's like, sorry, that just came out my mouth. It's like, remember, it's not me. I'm just passing on the message. I think that was someone's loved one in spirit. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding. I think that was somebody's like friend talking through me there. But it's like, you didn't deserve to be hurt like that. You certainly didn't deserve for somebody to steal your money if that's what they've done, or to steal parts of your life, or to trick you, or to lie to you. But if you've already sat in that for a long time, you're letting them steal more parts of your life by not moving on to where you really want to go. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's coming through very strongly. False person, thief. Someone was tricked by a karmic energy. And again, that came out in the shorts. That's the false twin flame card. And I shuffled the cards, guys, and it came out again, a thief. I would say this is a karmic energy that stopped somebody going where they want to go, and they knew what they were doing. That's like someone that's tried to trap somebody with a kid or something, or a marriage or something. Look, distant horizons, but it was in reverse. Thief. Somebody stole time from this masculine with a courtship. That's the union. Like, that's where they wanted to go, and somebody held them back from where they wanted to go. This could have been a mother figure involved as well, mature woman. That's like a karmic energy and a mum trying to stop somebody. So again, it could be the karmic's mum or your mum or whatever. It's raining again. Super Tramp just came on. However that fits. But you see, it's raining again, being under a big rain cloud. You know what I mean? It's like somebody's guides are coming through to be like, you're letting them win. Like, go to your feminine for the support. Go to your divine feminine, and fucking divine feminine fell out. Fucking divine feminine fell out. Queen. Like, now that you see who your queen is and you see who the false one is, do something about it. Sacred sexuality, access in the unified field. Mission and motion, honor your agreement. This is a masculine that's been brutally woke up. That's what it feels like. Someone's been brutally waken up. It feels like feels like some of the videos I've done ages ago. There's loads like that. Scroll back from a few years ago. There's loads. Too many. And feels like they're manifesting now, some of them. And there's also, remember, this could be long ago happened too, but I feel some of this is quite current. Oh, it was a film I was seeing. I always forget. Give me a minute. What is that called? Fuck's sake. Can't remember the. I'm going to need to Google it. Wait a minute. It's I give the example of it all the time. Total Recall, that one, right? We're in Total Recall. He is at the start of the film, he's with his wife, but it turns out his wife is like a double agent, and he'd forgot his memory. And then, but he's looking at the true one, that's like the divine feminine in this case. Like, he's suspicious of her, but really the one he needs to be suspicious of is the one that he was sleeping with, because she's trying to kill him. So again, I'm not saying it's that extreme. I fucking hope it's not, but it's like, yeah. So it's something like that. You know what I mean? It's because in that as well, he starts out, oh my god, why didn't I do that before? That's so comfy. He see what I mean? But even that's part of it. I've just sat back on the comfy couch, and it's on the pillow specifically, and it's like they're saying, if you're this masculine, you went through hell and back, and you need the soft comfort of a true feminine, not just any feminine, you're feminine. But you're now punishing yourself further when there's no need to do that. Especially because that feminine card said, I know you want to follow your heart, just do it. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. Deep, guys, really deep. Right, talking of those cards, let's shuffle them and see if that comes out again. So, what do the feminines want to say to the masculine then? Don't worry about the past. It's a fresh start for us. Wow, that one's not come out for a while. I can't wait to be alone with you. Yes, I would say that's been indicated with the cards. And stand up for yourself. You deserve to be respected. Guys, it's about time I actually publish these. I need to get these on a. But you'll need to book a lot more sessions for me to be able to afford to do that. Because when I looked into that before, that's quite expensive. Just saying. So it's only me that gets to use these till I can do that. Um, you need a soul retrieval. You've lost power from energy attacks. Yet shit. I mean, that's come through the whole way. It really has. The song "Our Lips Are Sealed" has just come on. Our lips are sealed. The words are quite a minute. The lips are quite in the words are quite interesting in that. The lyrics. I don't know about gossip or something. I'm just going to read it out. Lyrics. Can you hear them? They talk about us. Oh my god! Sorry, how I fucking love my guides. How amazing is it? This is like Brianna. I kept singing that song. You remember when I was on the last time and I was singing Kiss the Rain? And it was because I still think that's going to be someone's union. You're going to kiss in the rain, you're going to reunite in the rain, or someone's running in the rain, something like that. Um, but look, this is exactly what I've picked up on this. Can you hear them? They talk about us telling lies. Well, that's no surprise. That's exactly how I started this. Can you see them? See right through them. They have no shield, no secrets to reveal. Doesn't matter what they say in the jealous games people play. That's what I channeled at the start. Jealous people have like said when jealous people have got the chance to confuse things to both people, they've done it, or they've not cleared up the confusion. Like it's kind of like if I've said this before, but it's like if someone's like saying like, "Oh, I think they've moved on, or don't they like me anymore?" And it's like almost somebody be like, "Nah, they really haven't. They really like you, but they just stay quiet. Like they didn't help. People didn't help the situation." There's a weapon that we must use in our defense. Silence, yeah. Keep your lips sealed. If you're going toward your person, don't tell a soul, even the ones you trust. You can tell them after. Get to your person, talk about it, then tell a few people. I wouldn't tell anyone. I've said that before. I wouldn't tell anyone. When you look at them, you look right through them. That's when they'll disappear. That's when they'll be feared. It doesn't matter what they say in the jealous games people play. Our lips are sealed. Pay no mind to what they say. It doesn't matter anyway. Hush, my darling, don't you cry. Quiet angel, forget their lies. Wow, that's quite nuts. I'm glad they made me look because I would have just said, oh, yeah, be silent or something. But I knew it was really, I think it came on once before and I looked up. And then there it is. Mum says hang up. And I did say that. That's what I mean. It felt like a mother figure, whoever they are in the equation, and the karmic energy try to hold somebody back. We're doing it. We're breaking free from the matrix. I should have said that. I was literally just about to say like in the matrix, and then I pulled that card out. We're doing it. We're breaking free from the matrix. Because in the last matrix, she's got a family. She's like the divine masculine, and she's got like a husband and kids, and they're all like, "Mom, hurry up!" and that, and it's like she's starting to work out like this isn't real. Like, you know what I mean? But like they're trying to distract her so she doesn't remember. It's hard to explain. You make that fit for yours if you can. Um, right. I've been at this for nearly 3 hours. Fuck's sake. Anyway, but I've got right in it, so it's fine. Um, right. What do we need to know about the future of this connection? Somebody's hungry, and I can't talk. I said it 3 times, so they might not be able to get their words out. Hungry like the wolf. They're going to be just taking some sudden action, some realization. And yeah, it'll manifest when it manifests. Learn, yes. They've learned a lot and they're enlightened to the situation now. Let love show you how to learn from each other. That's the next bit. You have to learn from each other now. With enlightenment, there's no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine. That's what's happening with this person. They now can see what they couldn't see before. I should have said that too. I was about to say, I can tell you right now with the cards, there's a union coming. Past life union. You were very connected in a past life if this resonated, and this person's remembering and getting all the flashbacks of that. You were very connected in the past in this life too. The person's getting all the flashbacks, memories, reminiscing about that as well. And if you weren't, I don't think this is yours. But yeah, the union of divine soul counterparts. And I actually nearly said those exact words. They were trying to get me to say that. I was going to say it happens when you least expect it, and that's what this says. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that happens when you least expect it. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. I think we need that with a word card. So yeah, that's exciting. Tested, yes. There's been a lot of tests with this. Again, that's my feeling. It's like there's so much chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. People were very jealous. Say it all the time, but it's because it's true. That's what happened with Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and a lot of these connections are very modern things of that. Your strengths and weaknesses have been tested. So they've sent in all the Jezebels of the day to trick the masculine, and they've sent in Jezebel and men to distract the feminine. Because I've had that sent my way too, but I've just passed the test. You know what I mean? It's not actually not. I wouldn't say it's not always like it's not always Jezebels and men, but it's like it's not. Yes, it's not always Jezebel, but it's like yes, you know what I mean? It's just it's offers that you don't take up. So it's tricks. It's to see if you're going to fall for the trick. And that's why I say you can't trick a true healed divine feminine because they just don't have a desire for other masculine. They just don't. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, um, and again, like when you if you hurt the feminine too much, even the own masculine can put their own feminine off. You know, because it's like I fancy the fuck out of mine, but it's like thank God I'm not around him, like to see him do it, because that just would like I just don't even know how we would even come back together. It's like it's not attractive. Do you know what I mean? But he doesn't need to worry. He knows I fancy him and love him that much. He's yeah, it's annoying. It's like one of the cards on that. So watch this. I'll shuffle just for a laugh, just to diffuse the energy. It said no. I don't think I wrote that, but I always said I couldn't say no to his eyes, and I still believe that to be true. The song "Cry Boy Cry" just came on. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm just generally getting across. It's like, you know, it's trying to make people jealous is not attractive. You would just push people away. People that are healed, it's not. It's the only people that fall for that shit are people that are toxic and they're not healed themselves. It's like karmic energies that you try getting each other back. It's fucking draining. Like, um, healed people are just like, all right, if that's what you want to do, you can go and find them to do that because I'm not doing that. I will never reject you. That's your own fear. Kind of similar, as especially because I just said I won't reject mine. What more fucking help does he need? Which makes me think he's stuck. Someone will mention me to you today. I get so confused with your behavior, and I can feel you thinking about me like that. I'm so excited to learn and grow together in this connection. That fits with other cards. Right. Um, what's next? What did I do? Oh, right. New Earth message. Right. Don't always do that one. Oh, there's that one again. I know you want to contact me. Follow your heart and do it. Well, I'm not fucking saying it again. It keeps coming out. Right. The New Earth message. So, guys, oh, by the way, does anyone want a free card? That's what Leo Moon's meant to be about. Hanuman, however you say that. Oh, and it's a lion. Leo season, lion, courage, devoted warrior. Let God's love hold you in strength. So that is the new earth message coming through. Let God's love hold you in strength. And also, you're being very supported by the Palladians because with all the astrology going on right now, it's the Palladian energy. I mean, it's always Palladian energy. That's always my guides in a lot of years. But wounds healed. Remember, Chiron's conjunct Venus, important information charging up, light transmission. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty harsh, but I feel if you're the masculine, I feel you're getting really harshly woken up by some very toxic situations. Because, like I said, for me to give the example of Total Recall, which is hilarious when I can never remember what it's called, and it's called Total Recall, he's harshly woken up in a nightmare because he's like, one minute he thinks this is his wife and he can trust her, and the next minute she's a double agent and his name isn't even what he thought his name was, and then he's having dreams about some girl he doesn't know, and that's the one he's actually connected with, and he starts to remember it all. It's very like Twinflame journey. The Lemurians. So we've got the Arcturians and no, wait a minute. Oh yeah, well, it must be Palladians, Arcturians, and Lemurians. Clairvoyance activated. Yeah, the masculine can see. Holy shit! How creepy is that? That is what I said. That's what I said on the shorts. And the only reason I remember is because I did get guided to watch that. I don't always do that. I should to link it in, but I said like it's game over or something. Like they can crystal clearly see because obviously that's what I'm here to help people do. That's why I'm good at helping you work out who's the real one, who's the not. Psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. There's a lot of cards about trusting your intuition, spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. Yeah. Again, prayers if you're really, it feels very brutal. All right, sorry. Before I do everyone else's cards, I'm just going to shuffle these because I mentioned Pride and Prejudice. So, right, okay. Nathan wants a free card. Brianna, would you like a free card as well? If anyone wants one of these Jane Austen ones, let me know because I'll swap decks. We haven't talked for a week. Maybe I should call him. I think you should, Brianna, because it sounds like it's pretty chill anyway. It sounds like that guy's letting you know that he really likes you, but he's got a lot of shit on his plate. And if he was saying he was about to hit the drink, I think maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe you could pull him back from the edge, Like, I'm not talking, I mean, it doesn't need to be that bad, but I think maybe if you're feeling like you should, maybe you should. Because anyway, it fit from what I tuned in with you, he needs a friend. So as long as, if you put this way, if you don't think that you can be around him and it not move from the couch to the bed, if you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean. But if you think that you can actually just be supportive to him and friends, or maybe if you don't trust yourself, maybe just stay on the phone. But like, then it feels like maybe. But we'll see what comes out if you want a card. Right, what have we got then? Just is there something you want to tie this together with for people that now that'll be so funny if it's like one from Pride and Prejudice because they're not all. Some of these films I haven't seen. Probably all of them actually. For that. Right. So what I'm getting from this is it was the magician in reverse and the chariot. I feel if you are the masculine, the only thing holding you back is the distortion around you. It's other people that are like doing because the magician in reverse can be spell work and black magic. It's people working like they're working hard to keep you in a lower vibration, like thinking that you're not worthy or thinking that you can't do something, when all you want to do is charge ahead to your feminine, hungry like the wolf. Like you just want to sort all this out with him. But I feel the magician in reverse is people that are like trying to tell you otherwise. Let's just see. Or you're telling yourself that's not always other people, but that's what I say. Sometimes you're just telling yourself it's not right. Um, Coachmen in a horse-drawn carriage are in control and know where they're going. Yeah, you're in control and you know where you're going. And then I think other people get their. You know, what is the actual saying? Because I find it hilarious when people fuck it up, like I'm about to. Like, because on Love Island or like Towie and stuff, they'll sometimes say like you get your 2 pence worth in, or you get your 50 pence in, or you get your 50. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the actual saying? Because like people say all that, but you know what I mean? It's like someone trying to get their bit in, but it's not helpful. So whether they know what they're doing and they're trying to hold you back, or they don't know and they're thinking, aye, there's no way you're going to be able to. It's like I'm hearing something like, there's no way you're going to be able to fix that. I wouldn't even bother. But you don't know why they're saying that. They could be incredibly jealous of what you could have. Um, or they actually think it. But either way, we've seen that they're wrong. So Jane Austen makes magic with her pen at her writing desk, using her prowess to begin something new. Yeah, that's how it should be. It's like, because the magician upright is you've got everything you need inside you to say fuck it, let's go, and that is a Leo moon right now. It doesn't need to happen in a Leo moon, by the way, but this could be another Leo. It could be any whenever. I'm just telling you the energy of right now as I'm doing it. You've got everything you need inside to move forward, and everything is telling you to do it. If you're the masculine, to your Empress, right? Boom, drop the mic. To the Empress, the one that came out the last live I done. Your divine feminine. Everything inside you is telling you to move to your divine feminine. I said that in this. And Fleetwood Mac Gypsies just come on, and a lot of divine feminines are, well, they're no gypsies, but they're kind, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of energy. I think they're saying like, you know, well, gypsies, crystal balls, read cards and stuff. Not all of them do that, but in the video it is a crystal ball. Um, and I always say I move houses like a gypsy because I do. I only get to stay somewhere for a period of time, and then I get it's like the energies want me to move. And again, I've been here a while, so um, Marianne Dashwood in Sense and Sensibility is passionate. She does everything with warmth and zeal. But again, this masculine is being pulled to the warmth of their feminine. All the ones that feel like that, because there's not. It doesn't feel like there is any warmth around them in their life anywhere else. Um, right, okay, that's that over with now. So I'm just gonna drink a wee bit of this. So that's nice cold. Right, so Diana, would you like a card if you're still here? And Nathan, would you like any card? Would you like one of those Jane Austen ones in particular, or 555 my time major positive? Yes, bring on the positive changes. I think I'm going to use these cards, right? Because they're a wee bit more substantial. So if you get a free card, I'll just pull you all one from this deck. Because there's a wee bit. And then that doesn't use too much. I'll use other ones if I get guided to. What does Nathan need to know right now? And so if you're watching and you want a free card, just let me know. Just, you know, say in the chat. Um, okay. Oh, a burped, clearing the energy. What have we got for Nathan? No, one's over. Oh, I think I've pulled you that before. Right, gifts, joy guides. So, 6, let's see what this is all about. Leo moon, happy moon. That's why it's my favourite moon. Right, so gifts, joy guides, receiving surprises, kindness, and blessings. The universe is constantly showering you with gifts. The problem arises when so many of these divine offerings go unnoticed and therefore unaccepted. Your joy guides are on hand, though, acting as messengers to help correct this problem. They ask you to start counting your blessings day after day, taking care not to miss any or take them for granted. Your joy guides delight in showering you with gifts and encourage you to expand your heart's capacity to receive all that they have to offer. Start each morning by asking them to surprise you with something wonderful during the day. Then, just before going to bed, list all the wonderful things they've bestowed upon you. See how the list grows longer and longer each day. Their only request is that you acknowledge these offerings and thank the Divine Mother and Father God for their endless generosity. The Joy Guide's message: open your heart and expect good things to come. I love that, and I'm going to shuffle these too. Right. Okay, doke, Brianna. Well, I'm going to go too because I'm going to because I've finished a bit later than I wanted to. I think I would yes. Yes, I think I will do. So if you're watching this and you're in the membership, I'll do the. I was just going to jump in because I like to do. If I can do extra prayer circles, I will. I'll do a prayer circle tomorrow. Because I'm going to be doing one for. I'm going to be back doing a live stream tomorrow. Although there, I'm doing. I'll get you to do re me. Do. I'll just call you do. Um, um. Actually, I don't know. Will I? Nah, I'll do the prayer circle and the membership tomorrow, right? So I'll go and if I'm gonna, I'm coming on here to do Virgo at, I don't know, let me look, I look at the analytics to see when it's the busiest, you see, right? And then I'm gonna have to have Tuesday off because I don't like that I keep doing first Sundays, but it's because if it's landing on the day, I don't like, I don't like not doing it in the moon. Like, right, so what day's tomorrow? Monday. Right. So it says it's really busy actually, 6 onwards. So can I just ask now from people that and there's not a lot of people here, but if I went live at like 6 o'clock tomorrow UK time, would anyone be about that? I'll ask on the community tab. But it's saying it's busiest from 6 till what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be a bit better for me because I don't want to be sitting here like really late. There's celebrate. It's time to celebrate. You don't need an occasion. So that's you've got to celebrate and joy, Nathan. Activity. Take up an activity that will bring you joy. Joy, joy, celebrate, love it. Right, okay. So but yeah, so basically I'll just look out in the membership, right? I will work out what time I'm going to go live in public and I'll do the prayer circle with you guys before I do that. And then that means I can just stop this and go right on to do the one for Sunday on here because I kind of wanted to be done with all of it by now. Because honestly, the mess on the floor is like very overwhelming right now. I've kept it all to one side, but it's like I don't know how I've done that. It just happens really easily. Right. So you're welcome, Nathan. Right. Okay. So, what have we got for Brianna? And if you can help with anything to do with the guy, great. Or if it's anything else she needs. Psychic awareness, divine soul. Oh, I love it. Look, there's a full moon, so that could be about the full moon in Sagittarius that's coming up on the 11th. Oh, wait a minute. That might be your 12th house full moon, so that's take extra care. I think it will be, Brianna. Wait a minute, I just need to check that. Take a lot of extra care around that time if it is, because that's when you could be a wee bit more tired or low energy. Wait a minute. What the fuck? What's this advert? Get out of the way. I've done that before. What the fuck? What is happening? There we go. Right, so. Oh, now it's getting all kinds of complicated. Wait a minute. 8. I should know that. Well, no, that's a bit. See what I mean? I'm being too harsh on myself. I'm telling myself I should know what degree the moon is at the next full moon. No, so it's in your first house. So I'm glad I checked. But that's an important one too. It's it's you could be working on things on your body or being more assertive or take an action with something. So, yes. Right, so let's read this. Psychic awareness 47. Psychic awareness, divine soul, clairsentience, clairvoyance, reception, and telepathy. Your divine soul is awakening, and with your psychic ability, and with it, your psychic abilities are coming alive, more evolved and specific than basic intuition. Your psychic faculties are giving you access to the fourth dimension and are coming into contact with discarnate, enlightened helpers who can assist and guide you in beautiful ways. The Arcturians, Illuminati, all that energy that was coming through. You may start accessing divine music or tap into new healing energies. That's quite funny because it's like I wasn't hearing any song in particular, but it was like people were singing to me. That's why I stopped and I was like, I couldn't say because, um, yeah, you may also receive, because it's like it'll just be for you, because I know you love songs too. So, you also may receive telepathic messages and clairvoyant visions. Heed your newly aroused psychic faculties and don't doubt the specific profound transmissions flown to you. Right, you know how this goes, guys. This is Brianna's card, but that's specifically for all the masculines, and I'd say even more of the masculines that this is a bit newer to you. Record your dreams, believe in your hunches, and accept symbols. But see, for you, Brianna, because this isn't new to you, that is specifically for you. Your hunch, and remember, I did say tell us something about him. Your hunch was to call him. So, look, whether you call him or text him, I would do one of the two. Just check in on him, definitely. Accept the symbols and signals being relayed to you from the psychic realm. Trust your vibes and embrace your psychic channels fully. What they're communicating is essential to fulfilling your purpose. Ask your divine soul to lead you. Its messages, embrace and trust what you receive. That's nuts with what I'd said. So, what else for Brianna? Healing. It's time to open up to healing or provide healing to others. Well, that's cool, the combination. But again, in this situation, he needs your healing. You're feeling like he needs to hear from you, and he does. He needs that kindness. That's actually for everyone. So pay attention to that. Again, I can see how that fits with the message as well. Some of you have got a person that's in distress coming to you. Being kind to yourself will help you realize the potential within. But I was more getting that's about. So that's your message, right? And do re mi. Do dear. Right, okay. So what have we got for do re mi? Oh fuck. Okay, so look at all of them just fell out, right? But the one on the top, survival, healer guides with inner child. So I feel there's definitely something coming through there about like your guides wanting you to heal something to do with your inner child right now. So remember, we've all got, I know you know this, but everyone knows this, we've all got different parts of our inner child. And the thing that's really interesting is, I don't know when you got here, but that was what I was saying at the start, is one of the main cards was overcoming childhood trauma. So I feel all of us are doing that in some sort of way. So just look out for this Chiron conjunct Venus and Eris right now. Everyone look out for your inner child wounds being triggered, and like, you know, just kind of notice what it's bringing up in you. Like, so for instance, like they're guiding me to say that's what I kind of said in this morning. Yeah, I was guided to like do some collective healing, and what it brought up with the collective, it brought something personally up for me. So I just kind of asked my inner child, like, what is that feeling of what you're on the receiving end, what is that bringing up for you, right? And then it was like, it was interesting because it was like a part of my younger self came forward, um and yeah, it's like what I do in the sessions. Like, I was just able to reason with my inner child and be like, right, I understand why you felt like that, but that's not how you need to feel now. And you've got support and blah, blah, blah. And so, because it was basically, it was something I kind of feel like I need to tell you what was it. It was like what I was saying about like when I was at high school and I just hated it and it felt like torture every single day. Like, that is what it felt like to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't, yeah, hated it. I didn't like the transition. I loved primary school, and then when I went to high school, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And it's like I just didn't adjust very well at all. And then, I'm grateful I did have pals, like, but I saw them on the break because I got put in all the shitty classes. Well, no, first and second year, you're all together anyway, aren't you? But the problem was I didn't talk because I was a bit overwhelmed with the fact that it was all these new people paired with like quite a few guys were asking me out and stuff too. And again, it's like, oh, what a big problem. But it actually was a bit of a big problem because I was still like daydreaming about the guys I fancied in primary. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, and then it was quite funny because when I think about that, like it was like I remember sitting beside some girls in like different classes and like they were like going out with the ones I like, and I'm like, fuck's sake, man, do you know what I mean? It was all a bit overwhelming, really. Um, but it was something like it was something related to that. Like it was like, it doesn't make logical sense, but it was like feelings of like being invisible or not being valued and stuff. Oh my god, I can even see how that actually fits with here sometimes. See what I mean? That's quite mind blowing because that's not what it was about. But I can see how. So you mean sometimes you have to heal that part of you to be like, stop hiding. It's okay. Like, and that's not. But it's because this is bringing up wounds. Um, and then I was just feeling where that would apply to others. So anyway, so to get back to who I was pulling the card for, do you mean it's like they wanted me to be sharing that because that's going on? Where the fuck have I put the book? Where have I actually put the book? What? You would I do that? I'm like, what the hell? I've just read it. There's so many places I could have put it. What the fuck? Slow down. Where is it? I have lost the book. I have lost the book. Oh, here it is. Right. Okay. So, right. Inner child 7. Right. Nocturnal dreams. So again, remember, mine wasn't a dream, it was a journey. But a shamanic journey can feel like a dream. So I feel they might be saying pay attention to what's coming up in your dreams as well. Because again, the fucking dream time right now is mental. Like it's, you know what I mean? There's a lot. It's very vivid. It always feels very vivid and strong, but it feels like really. I feel to do with like the solar flare energy and everything. It's quite nuts. Nocturnal dreams, daydreaming, reverence, fantasy. Your divine inner child spirit is knocking at your door, inviting you to step away from a serious life filled with too much work and drudgery and allow yourself some well deserved playtime. A hello, divine masculine men and women, and do re mi, because this is your one. That was the main card at the start. Surrender, freedom from time constraints, letting go of urgency. In that card, he's ditching his work and he's going to play, whatever that means for you, because Leo is play. Um, wow. Oh, and you are a Leo. No, wait a minute. Yes, you are a Leo. See what I mean? I always think of your moon first, then your Leo. That's so funny. Um, so yes, your life is presently over controlled by others' needs and much too burdened with responsibilities. That card. Consequently, you're losing touch with your inspiration and creativity. Listen to your inner child. Take time to daydream, fantasize, visualize, wonder, and explore. Feed your inner child with art classes, theatre tickets, concerts, other types of recreational activities, visiting your friend Claire. I know you're doing that. If you don't honour your inner child's needs, he will get your attention by throwing one heck of a childish tantrum, manifesting in a chronic bad mood or a nasty depression. You need this magic right now. Your inner child's message, come play with me. That is beautiful. I also got a wee hit there that, I wonder if like you might have one of your actual grandchildren doing something like that. You know what I mean? And it might be like an extra sort of sign for you to take notice. I just feel like I want to read that too. Wait a minute. Um, Suspicion, endurance, vigilance, perseverance. Your healer guides surround you and lovingly embrace your momentarily injured spirit. They want you to recognize that all attacks, betrayals, or injuries you've suffered, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others or through your own misunderstanding or poor choices, have left you psychically, I was going to say physically, psychically wounded and fragile. It's no wonder your guard is up. It's difficult to trust even yourself at this time, but you must. And the only way to do so is to stop blaming yourself or others for what has occurred and forgive all the way round. Learn from your experiences and strengthen your boundaries and judgment. All human beings make grave and sometimes terrible mistakes. It's not your fault that you feel violated, it's a lesson to learn from. nor is it weak to acknowledge that you've been hurt. Denial may serve you in the midst of crisis, but it only handicaps you if you stay mired in it. Admit to your injuries and disappointments and allow the nurturing forces of your healer guides to step in now. They're able to soothe your soul and reweave your aura. Oh my God, I love that. That's the evil though. Reweave your aura with their loving light and nurturing forces. That's what I do in sessions. Like a lot of the time I do just get the light to come into it. You know what I mean? It just depends. Like that's beautiful. Trust their influence by dropping your defenses and acknowledging your wounds. Again, it's the Chiron influence today. They urge you to seek support from capable, caring professionals who can help you learn from these disturbing experiences and show you how to prevent them from occurring again. Their message: the danger has passed. You are safe. It is time now to heal and learn from your experience. Wow. So again, whether that is you yourself that resonates with that, and remember this is past, present, and future, or whether this is somebody needing you like that, it's just very in the air. And I know you know that with Chiron, but it's like, yeah, Chiron conjunct Venus and the Eris thing. It's like many people could be feeling very, like I said, triggered, or like having salt rubbed in a wound, or yeah. So yeah. Good. Well, I'm glad you've got fun in mind. New beginnings, Divine Father. Yes, so Divine Father is guiding you to those new beginnings. Right. Is there anyone else that wants a free card before I go if you haven't had one? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And if there is a wee crowd of people on tomorrow and you didn't get one tonight, I can extend the free cards to tomorrow, even though technically it's a Virgo moon. But I'll do that because Sunday, Sunday's a weekend and it's, I don't know. I don't usually work weekends. It's just this is a bit of a new thing because although this is my work too, this is my collective work. It's yeah, I just feel guided to do that. Right, so I'm gonna oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't do that too often, but yes, I don't do that too often, but I felt guided to do it. I was asking for a card for myself, but it was because when I asked for a card for myself, because remember, that's the weird thing I was thinking about this the other day. That's the weird thing about, right, on the twin flame journey, like you can do stuff for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like I can ask for my inner divine feminine, my inner divine masculine, because it's like what I'm doing for you here. But it means that when I'm asking for a card for myself, it should make sense to my twin flame in some kind of way too, and to whoever else that wants to take the card. So I pulled victory, divine helpers. So 15, the devil card. But I feel in this way, it's the devil follow your passion. But let's just see. So victory, triumph, leadership, success, and accomplishment. Your divine helpers are present, bearing the good news that whatever you've been working on will succeed. The bad news, well, there really isn't any bad news, but there is reality, which in your case suggests that you can fully enjoy your success only if you recognize you didn't get where you are all by yourself. That's quite funny. We'll break this down because, like, look, I asked that for myself. That's true. I didn't grow this channel to be 1,400 and I don't know, it's 100, 400, 1,400 and something. It's only a few past that. Oh, we've gained a few. 1,409, right? I didn't do that all by myself. I done it because I am doing this and I'm attracting the soul family that joined, and half them aren't even fucking listening because that's what happens on YouTube. But thank you if you are. And yes, but I also didn't get through here through not doing. I've done the hard work. I've been fucking doing this in public for 10 years. So I should hope there should be some kind of victories, even if that is just a few people booking the flash sale. That is a victory. But other victories would be having regular bookings. You know what I mean? Because I have got there before, but I need to get there again. And it's like I'd like to be, fully booked a few months in advance, but we'll just take it in our stride. But you can see for the masculines, including mine, especially because this was my card, that yeah, you've been what you're working on will succeed, and there isn't any bad news because you've already went through the worst of it, and enjoy your success. Yes, whatever that's about. This isn't to suggest that you must diminish your light or be falsely modest in your achievements, and definitely not in a Leo moon. Not by a long shot. You deserve to shine. So please do. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I knew that. See, I don't always pull my card in front of the whole public, but the thing is, I do in the membership, right? But um, I am shining. I shine all the time. I've been shining my light for the past 10 years. That bit ain't for me, but I'll keep on shining. But that's the point. I've been shining my light, so now that light should be reflected back by the other half of my soul. In theory, we shall be humble. You deserve to shine, so please do. Your divine helpers simply remind you to be grateful and acknowledge the contributions of those who have helped you get where you are. This includes your spirit helpers and guides as well. One final word. With success comes the challenge of standing alone in your light. Of course, you've heard the saying, it's lonely at the top. Fuck, I'm resonating with it. This is true. But it doesn't have to be if you remember how you got there. Your divine helper's message. Oh my God. The fucking message is share the spotlight. So, because that's what I was going to say, right? Is that like, with a lot of the divine masculines, like you're not doing it alone. You're going to be with your feminine if that's what you choose. And you're sharing the spotlight because let's be real here. I can't, this can make sense for other people, but if my one does choose to come and join me, well, he is going to be in the spotlight. Well, unless he just never is. And I'm like, oh, he's here, but he doesn't want to fucking see you. Share the spotlight. You're not doing it alone. You'll be sharing the spotlight. But like I said, I can't, let's not even go down that road because I can't actually even, well, I can visualize it, but appreciation, divine helpers, look, and it's a wee person receiving flowers. It's when the guys ran to the garage for the flowers. And I watched the Richard Gere moment, Pretty Woman, last night. You see, that's why I thought we'd seen it, but it went another way on this live. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So I'm going to go, but I'm going to come back confusingly. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to. Oh, see, I mean, that's like channeling the maskless too. I'm going to go, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to come back and do some past life. I always do that. I've not got the past life cards around me. So yeah, I don't know how long that'll be, but it won't be that long. I just want to do it because I usually do that for a Sunday. So yes, I hope this helped whoever needed it. And yeah, join me tomorrow. Just look in the community tab to see what time. And yes, see you in a minute if you're joining me. Absolutely, I've been working on that for a while. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Right. And also, can I just say, I know lots of you know this. The words of that card that I just pulled for myself, that's completely Leo Moon. Leo Moon, if there's a time to toot your horn, it's Leo Moon. Like to be proud of yourself. You know what I mean? Leo's typically, it depends which house it's in, aren't backwards about coming forwards, about like, look at me kind of thing. It's, having fun, playing, but being seen, it's peacocking. And that's what the message is there too. It's like you've worked hard for something and now it's time to get your reward. In whatever area of life that applies to. So, like I said, I'm glad that that's the message because that was my card and I have worked hard. And I do deserve rewards. Whatever way that is.